Show.
XM202.
Of the morning, while the city sleeps, an uncommon band of heroes unites to fight the forces of evil.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, my sweet Jesus.
With Op.
I want to be known as notorious. No.
Ack.
Everyone is always in my way.
Oh, you really are deluded.
And B-Cup.
Kind of fat-breasted and awful.
And surrounded by dullards.
Ben looks like poorly spliced film.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Whenever Steve yawns, it looks like the back of the Batmobile when it accelerates.
Pocketosis.
Eric, you're not going to cry.
Shut up.
And armed with superhuman powers.
He pulls his pants down and just starts leaking into someone's garbage can. That's rule one.
How about if he gives you the old chin tap with his helmet?
That's all right with me.
They are living among us. Average citizens, average heroes, quietly and anonymously continuing to make the world a better place.
Controversial talkers, Opie and Anthony.
We are just dicks. You better just sit back and watch.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I hate this place. Nothing works here. The medications don't work. I've been here for 7 years.
Stop! Don't go in! Stop! Don't! I got nowhere else to go! I got nowhere else to go!
Okay, terrific.
Mom! I'm not the Lord. I have to do this now.
You're just a tool.
I see the awful, terrible things in my life and turn it into something funny.
Was that supposed to be sexy?
Stop. I can't breathe. Stop.
You like Huey Lewis on the news? Don't just stare at it, eat it.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Smells like victory. Let's go! Come on!
Get in the hole!
Well, the last time I saw a mouth like that, I had a hook in it.
So bad! You're so bad!
And welcome to the Opie and Anthony program.
O&A Party Rock!
Yeah. O&A Party Rock, that's
O&A
right.
Party Rock.
Last day before vacation. Wow. Thanks for joining us. A lot of people thought we wouldn't be here today, Anthony.
Why is that?
They thought we would just say, screw it, let's start the vacation early.
Yeah, but no. We're in. It's Good Friday, too. Good Friday.
Good Friday to you and yours, Anthony.
Thank you.
What are you supposed to do on Good Friday? Not eat meat or something?
What is it?
What is it, Eric?
Not eat meat.
You religious freak?
What type of meat?
Can you eat pussy still?
Sure. What about... It's kosher. What about tuna fish?
Yeah, as
eat fish and chicken.
You can eat fish?
Just no beef.
All right, so it's a sushi night. It's a sushi night, Anthony.
I don't think they had that plan, sushi. I think you're supposed to eat, fish and bread?
I don't know.
Or something?
What
about the matzah?
Back in the old days, it was you couldn't eat meat every Friday or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. They change the rules as time goes on. As humans get more inconvenienced by religion, somehow religion magically changes to suit their needs. I think if you're into religion, you should be a real purist and do what they did when they came up with the whole idea. Just because it inconveniences you now, the religion should change? No.
Yeah, you should be walking around there in your robes still.
Right.
And your sandals.
Your sandals, walking the earth.
The earth?
That's right, walking the earth. Getting into adventures.
I think a ton of comedians have done this bit, but what happens to all the people that went to hell because they ate like meat on Fridays or whatever, but now that rule is okay?
Yeah, do they get out?
So do they get like a
reprieve?
A reprieve?
Yeah. No, they're still in.
Because the rules were set at that time?
Yeah, what happens? You screw up. You didn't atone for your sins. And you go to hell because of some little problem that the religion had years back. But now everything's cool. They changed the rules. You get out of hell? They can't have some kind of red tape thing like that in hell. The heaven-hell thing. I think it would be pretty definite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, someone
one of those mysterious things we'll never know about.
Someone almost went to heaven or hell this morning.
Yeah.
Huge accident right in front of the building today.
Yeah.
I wonder if Master Poe thought it was my cab. Because I pulled up right after the accident.
I extricated the people. I did not see Opie in there. Yeah, no, it was a wreck right in front of the building. Right in front of the building.
And we got these hardcore fans that hang outside the building every morning. The EMT guys or whatever.
EMTs. Sometimes they give me a lift from the garage if they're passing by.
They're out there just about every morning. And then there's others that come by and say hi every once in a while. But these two guys are there literally every morning just waiting for us. They just want to see us walk into the building. It's very strange.
They hang out there waiting for calls.
But they also went to the road show and helped us out.
Yep.
They determined that it was okay for that guy to swallow the butter knife, by the way.
They wanted to see it.
But no, Jim Norton, the voice of reason. No, guys, you can't do that.
Thank God.
I could talk about girls shitting on my chest, but no, don't let a guy swallow a butter knife.
Girls crapping on him isn't going to get us put in jail, Opie. If he dropped dead on that stage because he slit his throat open as he's swallowing a knife, we could be in trouble. I think it was a good call.
Yeah, but you guys are just getting silly with your thinking.
No, not you
know damn well that we will blow this up again. So why are you
I just don't want to do it now.
Why are you making believe that we've learned our lesson and that someday someday is never going to happen.
I'd rather wait. You know, silly me. I'd kind of like to see what it's like when we're off the premium channel.
Yeah, okay.
Silly me.
I guess that's a nice goal to have.
You do that for a little bit.
Sure, I'm with you there.
You take a stab at that one.
But they're putting all these things in place to protect us, and I just laugh at all of it because I know someday something stupid will happen that we weren't thinking of.
Oh, I have no illusions that it could end any other way. But
and then it'll be over, Johnny. And then we'll just have the memories.
Yeah.
And the file sharing.
Old show memories and bits on the computer.
And
That's
people
right.
will start up their old Opie and Anthony stations.
Yeah.
So anyway, there was a pretty good accident right in front of the building. What happens every morning, my cabbie does it as well. He drops me off and then he U-turns.
Yeah.
Because it's 57th Street, and I guess going that way is not a good idea for getting other fares.
Uh-huh.
So these people always U-turn.
Yeah, but the cab didn't U-turn
this time. The lady in the little car did?
No, woman driver. Oh, boy. If you're going to, I never understood this. If you're going to make a U-turn anywhere, but especially on a city street like 57th Street, even that early in the morning, not many cars, but if you're making a U-turn anywhere, wouldn't you absolutely make sure that no one's coming? Wouldn't that be like, I'm making a U-turn here, I'm not supposed to do it, it's a dangerous maneuver anyway, I really had better look and make sure no one's coming?
Yeah.
So how do you get hit when you're making a U-turn? If that's the one time you really should be looking out extra special.
She got nailed, though.
Jerk-offs are always doing this. So she decides she's going to make a U-turn, and some taxi is going down the road, and smashed right into her. Kind of hit her in the side of the vehicle, the passenger side, right up by the front, by the engine. It just wiped out her car. It was bent. Her whole car was bent. The front was just smashed.
Well, a huge piece of the front came off.
Yeah, it came off. The cab
it wasn't
blew
just
two
a bumper,
tires
though.
From the energy of the impact. The cab slid along the road and blew two tires on the side of the on one side of the car. And everybody's hanging out. So I'm walking down the road and I see the ambulance lights flashing from our EMT pals.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking to people, making sure they're okay. Got the cops on the scene, and Poe was right there on the scene. So if anybody needed an ass kicking,
he was ready.
He was ready to deliver.
He sure was ready.
Whoever fault the accident was should have been pulled from the vehicle and beaten.
Did you say vehicle?
The vehicle. Should have been pulled from the vehicle.
Vehicle. Can you tell we're hours away from vacation?
Hours away.
We warned you guys. We warned you.
And I really need a nap.
Really?
I was... you said there's going to be a problem.
By the way, just to finish up the story, everyone's okay out there.
Yeah,
it's an absolute mess, but everyone's okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Anthony.
You said that there's going to be a problem. I started noticing a problem last night.
What?
I knew it was getting a little late. It was about 11:15, which is pretty late for me. I'm used to going to bed at 10 these days, going to sleep at least at 10. So it's 11:15. I have the 2004 World Poker Championship on the TV, and I'm laying down, and on my laptop next to the bed, I'm playing. I'm playing some poker. So I'm watching poker, I'm playing poker, and I'm not sleeping. And I'm like, oh, this is a real problem now. This is turning into a problem.
Because I know what the next step is.
What?
Playing,
right here
playing while we're on the air.
No, I refuse to put it on any of these screens. I have 4 screens here in front of me. One has all the instant feedback and various websites I visit through the show. The other one is the phones, so I could see who's calling. The other 2 screens, devoid of any information whatsoever. At any time, I could pop up the poker game on one of these screens and perhaps get a couple of hands in during a commercial break.
The hardcore listeners, they understand what this is all about.
Yeah.
Because in the old days, Anthony used to day trade during the show. It
stock.
was so ugly. It got to a point he wasn't even listening anymore.
No.
And still doing great radio, which just amazed me.
Well, we were on, and from 3 to 4 o'clock the market closed, I was then completely available for the program after 4. But between 3 and 4, it was very rough for me to concentrate on the show.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, haha, you guys just make things up for the radio.
Yeah.
No, trust me, it was a really bad scene.
Oh, I'm supposed to be show prepping, and I'm watching Alan Greenspan's speeches. I was just a mess.
That phenomenon got so crazy that I was even following the ticker every day.
Everybody was.
Every day. And I'm punching in, and Anthony's helping me do a little trading here and
we
there.
just go back and forth. What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah.
Biome. What do you think? Biome. How is that going? How is that looking?
How's that going.
You still own Biome?
I sure do.
How's that working out for you?
Oh, I got it at 11. It's like 2.
I have a couple of stocks that I got in at like 7 or got in at 9, and they're in the fractions of pennies right now.
Yeah,
they're making a comeback.
There's a lot of dopey stockbrokers out there. If you're legit, I'm not talking about you, but you guys know about your business. There's a lot of asses out there that are pushing stocks that they have no business pushing.
Crap.
And
pump and dump, they call it.
And I met this guy from Merrill Lynch that did a lot of work when the two companies merged that we were working for.
Yep.
And so I said, he helped me out with my little stock thing that I had with the company.
Was it Ziggy from Merrill Lynch, Pierce Finner, and Ziggy?
Yeah. So I'm like, might as well give this guy business. I'm doing a little better these days. I got some money to invest. This guy is just the stupidest man alive. He could be with me now, and now I got a guy that I really, really trust, and we're doing some very conservative stuff.
Very diversified. Our portfolios are. We have the same guy now.
Yeah, we have the same guy, but
very diversified portfolio.
But this guy was one step above boiler room crap.
Yeah.
And he took advantage of me and said, no, you really need to buy this a bunch of stocks, and they all were just disasters. And I'm talking, this is 6-7 years ago, and they ain't going anywhere. So don't even tell me that they're supposed to and all that crap.
How long did you have to sit on Dell to break even?
Oh yeah, he wanted me to buy Dell at 52. Couldn't believe I wasn't going to buy it at 52.
Years ago, right?
Right. So then I bought it at 38 finally through the same guy, and then it was down into the low 20s for years.
For years, you sat on Dell. For years.
For years, and now I think I'm about even with Dell.
Yeah.
Finally, 7 years later.
7 years. What an investment.
And
7 years to be even.
And I understand there's no real science to this, so okay, that's one stock. But I'm telling you, the portfolio he suggested, nothing but crap, not one winner in the bunch. And the stock market has turned around, so don't even tell me it's the 9/11 and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
I follow it every day.
Well, it was all that stuff, the tech stocks and everything they called it the bubble back then, and everyone was jumping on board. No one thought it was going to run out, and a lot of these brokers would call you up and go, oh, you got to buy this, some .com company, and it just sucked.
Yeah, so he got me into a bunch of crappy stocks. One that you can't even look up the symbol.
No, it's gone.
What the hell was that again?
Exchange.
I finally got rid of that one. It was some kind of internet company and
that was the one
in the Far East or something.
It was supposed to be an internet company that was opening up in Asia.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be the AOL of Asia, this guy was pitching it as. So we bought a few shares, pretty cheap.
And I lost some money through this guy, and if he got a nice little payday, great. But if he was just honest and smarter and did the right thing, he could be my guy right now doing much better.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever.
I'm very safe these days.
But anyway, the video poker is the next stage for you.
Yeah, online, little poker. I'm pretty cheap with it though. I only go into like the $10 tournament rooms, so it's not bad. You play for a long time, and if you lose, you're only losing $10, but you really learn a lot. And I get mad, like it's only $10, but I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm out of the money.
You really got to start playing with live people, though. That's the next step.
I will. I've noticed I'm getting better. I'm getting much better. My play is a lot more aggressive these days. I'm in the money a lot of times. I'm either first, second, or third. So I'm in the money. I'm making, my money back at the very least.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's getting an education. Then when I play with live people every so often, I'm better.
I'm thinking it's the day before vacation. I can't believe I'm going to suggest this.
Yeah.
Because I think this is like me being the pusher man.
Uh-huh.
But I'm thinking maybe you'd play a little poker.
You think I should boot up here?
The day before vacation.
Boot up a little? It's vacation.
How could it hurt?
How could it possibly hurt the program if I play a couple of hands, just maybe during commercials?
Fast forward 2 weeks and you're just rocked.
I can't. What, Opie? What? I'm like, what?
Shut up. I'm waiting for the flop.
I don't know what that is. Come on. Oh, fold. I have nothing. Fold.
Let's go to Long Island. Paul, what's up?
Yeah, Duschenheimer was talking about you guys again.
What was he saying this time?
Something went down, like in 97, he had some sort of slap fest. And then he said, I told Mel Karmazin that his boys would self-destruct, and they did. But he's just going on and on and on again.
We self-destruct?
We never, I guess we self-destructed for a while there, sure.
We've always done that.
Yeah, but he's
always
self-destruct. Saying how he's the one that predicted it, and he's like the originator in the whole industry. And how
God, that speech again. What? So what you're telling us is Howard's in best of? Jesus Christ, how many times have we heard that speech?
Yeah. Hey, don't feel bad. I bought Lucent at $65. It's now like $350.
Oh, yeah. No, I know everyone has a story out there. I understand that. I mean,
fucking ridiculous.
Because, you trust a lot of these guys because you don't know the business, and you have a little money. You're like, oh, really? Okay, I'll go with that. And they know that.
Think of those people that just recently bought Sirius when it was over $9 a share.
Right.
They bought in going, oh, you did? What'd you buy it in? At
$8.90.
$8.90.
Yeah.
It's going up. It's going to 15, guys. Here we go. Hold on. We're getting ready for the ride. Here comes the big ride up. You read the message, boys?
Oh, yeah.
It's hysterical. Here we go. Strap in, people.
Next scene, $5.
See, we have some expertise in this sector, and it's no inside trading or any of that. It's just that we understand how XM works and Sirius
Anyone
works.
can get the info.
Yeah,
it's
of
just
course.
basic, technology.
And I can't tell you how many of my friends and family called me up going, wow, XM is over 30 and Sirius is at 4. Well, it's two satellite companies, so Sirius has to go up to 30, right?
Yeah.
This is a no-brainer, right? I'm like, oh, my God, slow the fuck down. Sirius will never get up to where XM is.
No.
And
on another note, you guys watch that show Deadwood on HBO?
Yeah,
a little bit,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, fucking Al Swearingen rocks.
How about he had his kidney stones or something in the last episode, and the doctor, this Old West doctor, takes his probe that is just huge and has to stick it up his peenie hole and feel around for the stones. He was letting out screams that had me cringing.
Tell that chink boss will get one cocksucker.
Hey,
and I've never heard the C word used on any other program as much as it's used. I've never heard it used, but on that show, they throw the C word around like it's of.
Yeah.
It's just always out there.
Hey, Paul, just to finish up the Howard crap, he was so obsessed with us when we were working for the same company. He was having closed-door meetings with Mel Karmazin all the time about Anthony and I. He just did not want us to get big within the same company.
Yep.
And it's a fact. This is a fact. When Howard goes to satellite radio, Opie and Anthony will have a bigger audience.
Yep.
A much bigger audience.
That's right.
A much bigger audience.
I remember when you let you guys say Howard K. Stern when you're talking about friggin' Anna Nicole's lawyer.
Right.
Yeah, we couldn't even talk about Anna Nicole's lawyer. They dumped out of us.
Right.
Her lawyer's name is Howard
And we
Stern.
pushed that whole thing right to the edge where they were going to fire us. They were going to fire us. And then they realized, well, if we fire them, they'll go across the street, and then they'll give Howard a real problem. So
they said, we're going to fire Ken Stevens and Jeremy if you mention his name. And there we are sitting there. We like Ken, so.
Howard just didn't do his research when it came to the satellite radio thing. He has no idea what he's getting himself into. Sure, he's going to get a great payday, and we all would love that. But from a creative standpoint and having an actual audience to talk to, unless they make some crazy deal with commercial radio, the fact is we will have a much bigger audience than Howard when it goes to satellite.
Absolutely. Sirius stock, I guess, is at $5.33 now.
Oh, really?
People bought in at $9 a share and thought it was going up. They get so worked up in that they get like Pat O'Brien, all frothy and worked up on those message boards. It's going to the top, guys. Here we go. Next stop, 15. I've noticed we've passed that resistance marker that we were feeling at $8.50, and now we should have smooth sailing up to $19 a share. And everyone starts going, oh, I got to get in.
Yeah, no.
And they got in. Wah, wah. Thing took a crap.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just look at it and say, well, the two companies equal, so this is how it's going to happen.
No.
The two companies are just not equal.
Sirius has so many shares out there. It's like having a stock that is worth $2 and having a stock that's worth 100 pennies. And you'll go, well, I want the one with 100. But no, that's just pennies. It doesn't amount to that. That's pretty much the same way it works out with Sirius and XM. They have so many shares out there that it can't possibly, the financials don't add up.
Nope. I saved a lot of people a lot of money, so let's go to Georgia. Floyd, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Floyd.
Okay, Anthony.
Hey, how are you, Floyd?
Floyd
I'm
from
all
Georgia.
right. I'm just fine.
All right, good.
I want to tell y'all to have a good holiday.
Oh, thank you.
You need to take a break so the competition can catch up with you.
What do you mean?
Oh, there you go.
There's a radio show, Lex and Terry are out of Jacksonville.
Yeah, we know about Lex and Terry. These guys never really made it.
Yeah.
I mean, they got syndicated a little bit in like media markets, but they never made the big time, and they're very frustrated by that. By the way,
I drive a semi, and I parked my truck and I was driving home. And I figured, well, I'll listen to the local station, you know. But I couldn't take it, man. They were just now touching on Pat O'Brien story. Just now getting on it.
Yeah, because it took that long to edit it.
Yeah, I got to tell you a couple things about the Pat O'Brien sex tapes. When we played it about 3 days ago, maybe 4 days, I don't even know. I just assumed, because it is radio and we're all searching for stuff on a daily basis, I just assumed that everyone had the tapes, you know?
And because that is what we call radio gold in the business.
Yeah, this is no-brainer stuff.
When you have audio like this, you're on a radio show, you're going to play it. It's amazing audio.
So when we were playing it, I'm just assuming everyone's playing it, you know, and it turns out no one was really playing the audio.
No.
We heard Imus was, but now people are starting to play it.
You know why? They're petrified, even bleeped. They're petrified that the content itself is going to get them a fine or a complaint. So all the shows go, hey, can we play this? And their PDs go, I don't know, let me talk to the GM. GM is like, I don't know, let me talk to the lawyer. So it takes so long to even start playing it. And then a lot of times the lawyers come back and go, no, what are you, crazy? In today's climate with radio, we can't possibly play that, even bleeped. Even bleeped, you can't play it because it's still putting across the idea of, you know, BJs and threesomes and sex and drugs. So a lot of these shows want to play it, can't play it.
Can't play it.
Want to play it, can't play it.
Elo called yesterday. He's in the middle of another huge deal for XM somewhere. And he called me up. He's
signing
like,
junior high school kickball?
Probably.
Is that what it is?
I think he's signing the dodgeball league.
They're going to get that red ball sound?
Right.
I love the red ball.
We will be the exclusive home for the dodgeball league. But he called and he said, guys, what you guys have been doing with the Pat O'Brien sex tapes, some of the funniest stuff I've heard in recent years.
How could you not love the Pat O'Brien?
And then he got the marketing department and the PR firms and all that are associated with XM to just alert the media that this is the only place you can hear the Pat O'Brien sex tapes unedited.
Yeah, who else is playing them?
Nobody.
No one.
No one like we are.
That must just, you know how much we would be freaking out to have that audio. We'd be fired. I'm sure we would have been fired like plenty of times before this if we were on terrestrial radio.
Yeah.
But this is one of those instances where we would be fired because we would have gotten the audio. And you know us. We'd have been worked up just like Pat O'Brien.
Oh, yeah.
And we would have had to have gone on the air and played the audio.
Wait, Ben,
I'm dead serious.
Ben, breaking news. Ben's in the studio. The herky-jerky man. Yes,
I
Ben.
just got that. That's true. That's what he's claiming.
Let
He
me
invented Smackfest.
Howard is
in the
claiming
paper.
he invented Smackfest.
What?
Yeah,
Well,
he's claiming he did that years ago, I guess. A couple listeners.
Well, Hot 97 in New York City, in trouble again. You know, the home of the Tsunami song. Well, they've been doing this thing called Smackfest. And I guess the Boxing Commission wants to, what? They're going to go after the radio station and sue them because they said that it's an illegal boxing match.
An illegal boxing match.
Do you know what the hell goes on in these boxing leagues?
Yeah, all kinds of crime.
State officials yesterday ordered Hot 97 to stop its controversial Smackfest, in which women wallop each other in the face. The girl-on-girl contest, which sometimes draw blood, amount to an illegal boxing match that could lead Hot 97 officials to be charged with a crime, the State Athletic Commission said, Anthony.
I got to tell you, I saw a video of this, and I got to give it to Hot 97. That is one of the best goddamn contests I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, the New York
These
Post.
two broads just smacking each other so hard in the face.
Until one can't take it anymore, I guess. And then they win all sorts of prizes. The New York Post, page 3 today. Hot 97's vicious Smackfest KO'd.
And I saw our own pal Rick Delgado in the background of one of these clips.
Yeah.
Being the referee.
Hey, it's just a great radio bit.
It really is good.
But the Boxing Commission is going after them, saying it's an illegal boxing match.
That's ridiculous.
They face a $10,000 civil fine if it continues, Anthony. How can it be an illegal boxing match?
They said it's...
There's no ring, there's no gloves, there's...
Cash prizes.
They say it's a New York state law barring unlicensed fights. So it's some kind of fight. Technically, if it wasn't illegal, you could have people come up and just beat the crap out of each other until one, is dead.
Right.
So I guess there are laws in place to keep this from happening. I don't know. Is it the money that's the problem? Is there a prize involved, and that's why there's a problem? What about our blind boxing? And would that be considered illegal? We had two blind guys. One not even just blind. He didn't have eyeballs. He took his glasses off, and it was just ditches in
We
his
could have
head.
been fined for that?
I'm thinking because we did give away prizes, and there were rounds, and we set these blind guys in a ring, pretty much.
Can we get the video back up on Found Your Music?
I love that one. I think it is there somewhere.
No, I know, but you got to go look for it. I'm thinking, make it a headline because our blind boxing was legendary.
I love that. Two blind guys, we ring the bell, and they would just walk into the middle of the ring, kind of moving their fists, but they didn't know where each other was, so they start swinging wildly at any little sound.
They would be back-to-back swinging, thinking the guy's in front of them.
The guy's behind him, and he's throwing right hooks and stuff.
And then all of a sudden they would feel the other boxer, and all hell would break loose for about 15 seconds. Then we'd have to stop the round.
Or God forbid somebody around the ring would make a sound, and they would lunge at the noise and go punching at some of the spectators.
Speaking of someone almost dying on our show, Blind Dave almost died that day.
Yeah, he got the crap
beat out of him. He had I'm trying to remember all his injuries. He had like 4 cracked ribs,
spleen, something wrong with his
a bruised spleen or something.
Ow.
Dave listens to the show. Maybe he could call in with all his injuries, but he was in the hospital.
Yep.
We gave him all sorts of booze to help the pain after the boxing match. Remember that, Ben?
Yeah, he was drunk out of his mind.
He was hammered, just getting the shit beat out of him by this guy, Blind Matt, who had no eyes. None. He popped him out for the match even.
No eyeballs.
He was a good-looking guy. Blind Matt was picking up chicks. Remember, he came to one of our events? He couldn't really tell he was blind. Yeah. He was the one that popped the eyes out.
Yeah, until he took his glasses off. Wow.
That's a guy that, I learned a lot from that guy. He just loves being alive, and he has such a crazy handicap. I can't imagine having no eyes whatsoever, no vision, and he doesn't even care. He rides the trains. He's got his dog, and he's drinking and going to bars and stuff. But that was an amazing, amazing day.
That could have gotten us fined, I guess.
But Howard invented Smackfest now.
He invented Smackfest?
You got to think his hardcore listeners at this point are like, oh, my God.
Even the hardcore ones now got to go, oh, my God, this tool.
He's becoming a parody of himself.
Yeah. I did that first, Robin. You put a bandana on your car and punch each other.
There's a list. There's a list of things that Howard does on his show that he stole from other jocks. That's the funniest thing of all.
Yep.
It's kind of like, the guy that screams the loudest about something usually means that he does it the worst.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Ask Howard where he got Butt Bongo Fiesta from.
Butt Bongo.
Let's just start there. Go call him up right now and ask him where he got that idea from.
And that was huge for him. He had a video or what was it? Was it pay-per-view or video?
I don't know.
It was like a video that came out. Pay-per-view first, and then it came out on video.
Well, it was a huge bit for his show. But
I remember listening years ago, and I heard this. I used to be a fan, of course. I listened, every day when I was working out on Long Island. Everyone did. He was huge. And I remember some guy called up and told him the idea for this butt bongo thing. Just bringing girls in, playing music, and bongoing on their ass. And saying that he heard 2 jocks up in Maine doing it.
Well, that's what Howard used to do back in the days before the internet and stuff. He would find out what jocks are doing all over the country in tiny little markets where no one would call him out on it. And he would take these bits and make them his own in New York City. And then turns around and screams and yells that everyone's ripping him off because he's paranoid that people are going to find out about what he's been doing over the years.
2 poor bastards in Maine
came up with the bit.
Came up with it.
And they got no credit, and Howard made tons of money off that.
He just took it, didn't even change the name.
No.
They had called it Butt Bongo, because it was they would just get girls to come in their studio, play music, and bongo on their asses. And he took the whole thing. So what about that? Did he invent that too? And that's just one instance. I mean, if you are a hardcore fan, those are the ones that should really know, because they're the ones that listened and heard all this stuff.
He also likes to claim that he invented lesbianism on radio.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, my God. Slow down. Slow down. There's a ton of guys that were doing that before you, brother.
Like a scientist, Howard.
A ton of guys.
Inventing everything.
Well, sure, he invented everything. Anyway, Anthony, so the Pat O'Brien sex tapes.
Yeah.
Having a lot of fun with that. And
the listeners are, too.
Yeah, so Eric just alerted the media and said the only place you could hear him unedited is on the Opie and Anthony program. And then the listeners have gotten involved big time. We begged you guys. There are, as I look, 13 remixes of the Pat O'Brien sex tapes.
Stop it.
Some are good. Some are really bad. We're up to 14 now?
Just like everything that the listeners send in.
Oh, one on the back.
Some are good. Most are bad.
Thanks, Eric. It was very important to tell him it was actually 14 and not 13. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank God for those of you keeping track at home.
I want to be very accurate here, so that's
the numbers
good.
are right now.
And then we got another one from Danny the intern, and another one from Nathaniel the intern.
Oh, a little competition going on, a little friendly competition between the two.
Are we allowed to call them like interns, or did Howard invent that too?
I invented talking to the intern.
Oh man, it's going to be so much fun when he moves over to this side.
Have fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Anyway, also Anthony, where's Steve? Someone put together an amazing little flash animation thing with the Pat O'Brien sex tapes.
Oh, we were watching that inside, just laughing our ass
Do we have
off.
that up on Found Your Music or opieandanthony.com yet?
Some people are really good at that flash.
You want to try to explain it?
Oh, yeah,
there's Steve. You got it up yet, Steve, or no?
No, I'm having Dave, the guy that made it, is making a few changes to it, but it's
basically what we're going to do. We'll tell everyone. You know, we're all about getting the word out there for the show. Mm-hmm. Assault on the media. I think we got another one that happened in Arkansas. We'll get to a little later. Mm-hmm. So this guy, he's a huge fan of the show. He came up with this thing. We want him to get, all the credit in the world, but we also want to stamp it, Found Your Music and Opie and Anthony, because this is the type of thing that I really believe will be sent all over the country.
It's what they call a viral clip. It's one of those things that gets emailed and posted on message boards and posted on other websites. And, you have to let people know where it came from, basically.
Yeah, and we'll get a lot of advertising out of this one. Thanks to what's his name?
His name's Dave. He's from New York. As soon as he's done with it, we'll get it up on Newgrounds and a couple of their websites.
Tell Dave, anytime he wants to come in and hang out.
Okay. We'll
VIP treatment for Dave. But basically, explain what it is.
It's like a flash animation, but it's a scorecard. It's called the Pat O'Brien Sexual Harassment Scorecard, and it keeps track as those voicemails are running of all the different phrases Pat uses, all of his responses, how
many times he says "fuck."
Yeah. Yep, that's a biggie.
How the signals they keep track of.
Yep, the winks and the saying yes, and
the
how
call
many times he suggests licking various parts of her body and.
It is really funny because
Betsy being involved.
Yeah, you hear the Pat O'Brien sex tapes, but then as these phrases are being said, they're added to a list, and then every time that phrase is being said, the number keeps going up. It's really, really well done and funny.
Yeah. Took a lot of work to put it together.
Yeah.
It deserves a lot of credit.
We watched it like 2 or 3 times just laughing like idiots.
Yeah.
So we're going to get that up on Found Your Music and opieandanthony.com. Oh, blind boxing clips are now up prominently on opieandanthony.com.
Wow, how fast was that?
Well, Eric is a go-getter here.
My
left.
Goodness.
So we got that. That's going to happen, Anthony. You want to play a couple of these sex tape things? You want to do Nathaniel's and Danny's?
Sure.
All right. You've heard the sex tapes by now. We don't have to replay them, do we?
No.
Okay. Nathaniel came up with this. I haven't heard this yet. It was just handed in from Nathaniel.
Oh, we had spoken about that in our meeting.
Uh-oh.
We have a CD player problem, right?
Nah, yeah, sort of. Okay, here we go. Oh, my God. Oh, no. He went there. Oh, God.
Right. Pat O'Brien calling Terry Schiavo.
Jesus, Nathaniel.
That was yours?
You're learning too well from us, I think.
That was yours, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
Jesus,
depends.
that's wrong. That is so wrong.
What'd I do?
What I do.
Hey, what happened? I thought we were all just having fun.
Yeah. Did you just throw any clips of her in there, or did you have to look for various? That sounds like a good moan for this.
Yeah, I actually, there were 24 groans.
Yeah.
And I had to go through each one.
Like, no, that one doesn't quite fit here. I think
this one needs a little more attack.
This one goes, this one's, that sounds better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, they're coming in like crazy. We have 14 from the listeners, and we also have something that Danny put together overnight. So, bravo, Nathaniel.
Good
Jesus.
job.
Went right for it. The first one today.
He fits right in, doesn't he?
He sure does.
Saved message Sunday, 9:04 p.m.
I'm so attracted to you. If you want to suck a cock, I want you to dye your hair blonde and put on a flame shirt. I want to rub your pussy with a loofah sponge. I just want to spank you and put nipple clamps on you. I want to lick your pussy. We'll have a hooker come over, and she'll want us to eat her pussy, but we won't want to. So she'll give back 50 and then leave the room. If you agree with this, when the phone rings, pick it up and say hello.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To erase this message, press 7. To erase this message.
That's very funny.
Two very different ones, Anthony.
Yeah.
Danny very obsessed with Jim Norton. That's the second one he came up with featuring Jim Norton.
Who isn't?
Who's not in studio today. We're going to have Bob Kelly filling in for him around 8 o'clock or so. That should be fun. And Norton will be calling the show as well. But there you have it. Made his stomach turn. Uh-oh. Let's go to the phones here. Say hi to... shit. John, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Nathaniel has finally figured out a way to make my stomach churn with that Terry Schiavo thing.
Yeah, there was nothing sexy about that.
Unbelievable. I mean, I've listened to you guys ever since you've been on XM and off and on before that, and love you guys, love the show, love everything about it, but I almost drove off the road, almost got sick to my stomach and threw up. That is the grossest thing I've ever heard, but kudos to Nathaniel. Great job.
All right. Thank you, John.
All right.
Yeah, I was watching the whole Terry Schiavo thing last night
how do
before I
you
went to
miss
bed.
it all night long enough. I know it's a horrible thing, blah, blah, blah. My final take on the whole thing, after all said and done and watching everything, I think they should just leave the goddamn feeding tube in.
Yeah.
Let the parents have their fun with her. Let them go in and visit and whatever. I mean, the fact that this husband is the one that has the final say like that is kind of ridiculous, and it's crazy. They should just let her live.
I've changed my mind too, Anthony.
Yeah.
Because the more and more you listen to the husband, he seems like he has good intentions. I understand the whole money and the settlement he got and all that. But the fact is, he's already moved on with his life.
He did. He doesn't love her anymore. There's nothing.
He's moved on with his life. He's had kids with another woman.
Yep.
And so, I don't know. I mean, her parents obviously are a lot closer to her these days than the husband really is. Because he really has just moved on.
Yeah.
So if they want to throw the feeding tube back in, then let them.
If the parents are happy going up there and visiting her and, talking to her or whatever they do, and she's there, moving her eyes around or whatever, that's their prerogative. Let them enjoy whatever time they have with her.
It's so funny when something like this hits the media, too. They make it sound like it's the most important thing in the world to them, to us, the viewers.
Yeah.
You know what? As soon as she dies, all right, just hose down that news story and move on to the next one. They don't care.
They'll cover, like, the funeral. They'll do that.
And then you'll
you'll
never hear about it again.
Then it's like, who? What?
Yeah, what? Oh, yeah, that story that we made believe we cared so much about.
Huh? What?
There's such a bunch of phonies. They're all doing it for the ratings, Oh, get the husband on the air. Get the husband's brother on the air.
And don't mistake me. This isn't some right-to-life thing that I have going, because I'm for scraping every low-life's womb until there's nothing left till it's barren, I'm all for that. But I just think they ought to leave her alive, You're right, Opie. She will become the Jesse Camp of vegetables.
Yeah, we were talking about Jesse Camp.
All of a sudden, she's everywhere, in your face, till you're annoyed, and then she's just gone.
It's creepy, because...
although I think she has a little more brain activity than Jesse ever did.
It's just creepy. The one thing I learned last night watching all the coverage, as we do this morning show right now, there are 35 to 40,000 people just like her.
I know they were subscribing to the
country.
premium channel. Who our listeners are, obviously, by some of these instant feedbacks.
35 to 40,000 people just like her.
Yeah.
In that same state.
Yep. And where are their stories? Where are their big stories? Where's the judges staying up all night in Superior Court hearing their cases?
Yeah.
Nothing. And this country's ridiculous.
And you got the Bush brothers. Don't they have something else to do, really?
Very busy. Running a state, running the country.
Florida's a very important state.
Jeb said
then you got the president.
He can't do anything.
There's only so much time in a day. That kind of scares me. It makes me wonder what is not being paid attention to because all the efforts are going toward this instead of something else.
I heard Jeb Bush saying he's very upset with the fact that there are abortions in his state. But he goes, I'm not above the laws, and there's nothing I can do about it. So he was giving his little abortion stance there. And, bottom line is, this woman's just going to die. The parents didn't want it. This estranged husband did. And that all seems a little weird to me.
Can I ask you something? Because you know a little bit about everything, Anthony.
I try.
Well, let's see.
I don't know everything.
Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Oh. Yes. This question's coming in a lot. Why can't the husband divorce her?
I don't know. That's something Professor Anthony doesn't know. I don't know why he can't divorce her. I could give you speculation. First of all, I thought they were divorced, but I guess they're not. And perhaps with the laws, she has to have some kind of say in the matter. I don't know. That I don't know, though. That's one of the little things I don't know about.
Or did he stay married to her so he could get all the money from the lawsuits?
Who knows? You know something? I could not get enough interest to really look into the case that much. The second I see those teeth and that slacked jaw of hers on TV, I have to change the channel. She's too depressing to look at as they do the story. Sometimes there's certain stories I kind of want to know about, but I can't look at the visual they give me.
But they're giving you that visual to make you feel like that.
Oh, that undercut jaw, the way her jaw kind of hangs down, and her front teeth are just kind of stick. I can't look at that.
And most of that video is really old.
Yeah, that's something you told me. I didn't even know that.
Most of the video you're seeing is from 2001.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a current
worse
video.
Now?
Well, that's what they're saying. That's what the husband's trying to say, too. It's like, look, there's a lot of people out there, that are feeling for Terry Schiavo, and they have some sympathy because they're seeing this video that they've been showing in the media.
Uh-huh.
And the reality is she doesn't look like that anymore.
You know something?
And she looks pretty bad there, but he's saying, look, man, it's a lot worse than the video they're showing.
I'd like to know if she's got a life insurance policy. How about that? He gets divorced, or perhaps he doesn't. Another thing, her money that she got from the lawsuit. I don't know if he'd be entitled to it if he divorced her. Well, if she's dead, then obviously he's the husband. He gets it.
Anthony, I've been watching the coverage.
Yes.
Most of that money's gone.
Is it?
Yeah, most of that money's gone.
Well, most and all.
Paying for her
different thing.
Paying for her care, and then he went through some of it too on his own. So.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And now that the party's over, he just wants her out of the way.
Let's go to Chad from Out to Lunch. Chad.
Fellas, what's up?
A fellow DJ.
Oh.
Who,
D-E-J-A-Y. I'm just hoping that if I'm ever on a cruise with Anthony, he doesn't roll me off the deck like he's going to do with another DJ during his vacation.
No.
So you're trying to play the tapes on your show, and you can't, right?
Oh, the sex tapes, what happened was not only did I bleep out the F word and all the nasty stuff, but I was bleeping out suck. I'm bleeping out anything that's remotely interesting. And they told me that if we played it, that we were going to get the Van Halen treatment like you guys got back in the day.
Wow, where they pull you off the air and just play music.
Yeah, they were going to start simulcasting ESPN radio instead of us. The one thing I wanted to bring up with you guys, did you notice that, I don't know, maybe you talked about it already, she kind of looks like the dude in Seven, the sloth guy.
Oh, my God, good job, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, she looks just like that now, except she's all yellow skin and disgusting.
Awful.
Thanks, Chad. Now, as you speak, someone's trying to Photoshop that exact thing on whackbag.com.
By the way, guys, I don't know if you want us to. We have an appearance on Saturday to Guam Cantina in Baltimore, and I got a big sack of WOW stickers I'm going to bring with me.
This guy's promoting our show, even though he does his own radio show.
I love it.
Yeah. And just in case you guys fail, I'm also passing out bandanas. All right,
Very
out.
good.
All right, Chad.
Yeah, see, he can't play those clips. Yeah, you'd think all you'd have to do is bleep out the curses, but even suck.
Yeah.
You can't say suck.
Well, we're going to get into some of the remixes the listeners made after the break. But first, Seth. What's up, Seth?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Pretty good. We're kind of not really here today because we start our vacation tomorrow, but we'll do the best we can today.
I'm eating.
Ant's eating. He's ready to play video poker online. We got Bob Kelly coming in. By the way, we also have Drew Boogie in studio. He's going to do some mixing live on the show today.
Morning, people.
Nice. So what's up, Seth?
Well, you guys were just saying you wondered why Michael Schiavo didn't divorce Terry.
Yeah.
And, he actually became a nurse right after she had all the problems and she slipped into her vegetative state to help treat her. And he actually chose not to divorce her.
Yeah.
So, and I guess he's been fighting this long battle to get her the right to die for years and years. And he's doing it in her best interest, not, I guess, in his own. But who knows? He might have some sick side like everybody else. And
well, that's the official story.
Yeah, that's the official story.
And that's why they're ruling for him every time. They say that he knew her wishes, and this was her wish.
Hey, you guys kick ass. Take care, man. Have a good vacation.
Oh, thanks. Let's go to Dewey in Jersey. Dewey, what's up?
Not much. Hey, if he divorces her, he loses his guardianship, so they can just put the two back in if they wanted to.
Oh, there you go. Very
yeah,
good point.
They had his lawyer on Fox News, and Fox News has been just brutal. Every time they come back from a commercial break, they have her pictures, old pictures of her, like, before the vegetative state, playing the music with the piano, and they go into her picture of her in her bed going right into the news. It's incredibly horrible.
Well,
a Fox News alert. Shong,
Yeah.
she's still alive.
She's still alive. Ooh.
Hey, you guys got to bring back the old Apache soundbite you guys had.
Which one?
The Apache?
Apache helicopter when caller went wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Play them getting blown up by an Apache.
That's a good idea. We're going to bring this whole show to the next level when we get back from break.
I invented that.
By the way, next week and the week after, we're in worst of mode or whatever, but there's a ton of new material. Mm-hmm. Interviews that we did, us introing the bits. It's going to be a lot of fun. Eric worked around the clock for days on end to get it all together. So
righty right.
It's a lot different than the old days when we would just slap a few bits together and go on vacation. So, All right. Why don't we take our first break?
All right.
I want to play this before we go to Drew Boogie, though. How am I going to do this?
What is that?
I want to play Nathaniel's thing again.
That's really bad.
You can't use the second CD player then?
No, I need a bigger board here.
Then it's impossible. Then we'd have to play it. It wouldn't be a smooth, slick radio DJ transition.
We'll play it after break and then play some new ones that the listeners came up with, all right? And also we got to do the assault on the media thing. So you need me to do this?
Yeah, put that number 1 in there.
Put 1 in here. Put 1 in here.
But
hold on. Then I do this. I do that. I hit this and we go to break?
Yeah.
Nice. We'll continue in just a bit.
Here comes the ready or not. Here comes the voice of the sound. Here comes the ready or not. How you like me now?
Warning, 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 warning.
I have come here to kick ass. Kick ass.
Warning, 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 warning.
I have come here. I have come here to kick ass.
Like sand through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
How can I honestly say anybody rips me off? I mean, when I hear the same exact bits done, that's how I say it.
I mean, what about WOW? That's totally their idea.
Oh, there you go. Okay. There's something new.
Well, and then...
There's something new. You know what? I used to do that in Washington, D.C. Tell him, Fred. I used to have people tie bandanas around their cars so that women would take their clothes off in the cars. Dude, get with it.
All right, well, I mean...
Give me an original idea.
Well,
Come on.
I mean, I know.
I used to have my listeners tie a bandana around their car. I mean, I've done it all.
What about going off on...
I
totally know that's you.
All right, okay, whatever. I got to go. Please, I don't really want to get into a discussion like this.
So delusional.
That is really funny.
See,
Someone found the clip.
Yeah, that's something we couldn't play on the old show because of the gag order that he placed on us.
How do you tie a bandana around your car? That's a great one. That's a big bandana.
What's the matter? My car has cancer.
People throwing frisbees to their cars, jump and grab it.
God, just showing your age, man. You can't even tie bandanas to antennas anymore.
Oh, an antenna.
It's all hippied out. You honk the horn, like beep, beep.
Dude.
Honk, dude.
He's so delusional.
Oh, man.
Just admit it. WOW is such an original idea.
I invented everything. I've done it all. He even said, I've done it all. Wow.
Even the stuff that's going to be invented, I did already.
There's no original
I went into
ideas.
a time machine.
Everyone
I already did it.
Killed himself.
Right.
I've done it all. I was the first one to do anything. Marconi ripped me off, Robin. Remember the what was that thing called? .. Morse code. It was Howard code earlier. The guy ripped me off. I invented SOS. Robin. What a complete jackass. He's the guy. Wow. Wow. He invented wow. And it had nothing to do with Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Wow, it was tying a bandana around your car. Thank you, Howard.
And what were we supposed to do if you saw... like?
I don't know. He didn't really explain it very well.
Of course he's not going to explain.
If someone had a bandana tied around their car somehow, girls would get naked in the car? It wasn't even flat. Yeah, girls would get naked. They're driving, taking their clothes off, crashing into a butt, Mr. Robin. I invented traffic accidents.
A bandana around an antenna. That reminds me of something else I've heard. It's called the fucking flag. That's not exactly somebody's fucking invention.
I invented that, Robin. They say Betsy Ross did that. I sewed the stars on. Ooh, it was all me.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I honestly don't care. Don't care.
I invented that. The bandana was me.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading. Opie and Anthony, XM202.
Back with the Opie and Anthony program. Doing something a little different today. We got Drew Boogie in the studio.
Man.
Mixing live for us.
I don't know if this is an original line from Fast Freddy, Jamaica Station, but very funny. Because the audio you're playing of Terry Schiavo, is that from her Unplugged CD?
Oh, my God.
It's Terry Schiavo Unplugged.
Oh, my God.
Oh, is that awful? Fast Freddy, very good.
Well, let's be honest with each other. They're showing the video of Terry Schiavo on TV, and then you Drudge, I think, had the audio of her.
Yep.
It's all out there just to get you to react, you know?
Of course.
And then we take it and we do something else with it, and it also makes you react.
Yeah. React with sickness.
A lot of people are requesting what Nathaniel did overnight, so once again, it's the Pat O'Brien sex tapes.
Yeah.
Mixed in with the Terry Schiavo audio. Oh, my God!
Oh, what? Look, it's Terry Schiavo. They're showing her. Oh, wow, is she curled up? Jesus.
Oh, my God. I haven't seen that video yet.
She's all stiff.
All right, now...
She's like Ben at the meeting.
Look, it changes by the moment. Now you got to let her just go. Did you see that?
So what?
And that looks like more recent video, by the way.
She's still got blood flowing through her.
Oh, come on.
She's still like... You know, kind of. Her parents can pet her and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that was very, very creepy.
That was pretty creepy looking.
Anyway, before we move on, once again, it's Nathaniel the intern. That is wrong on so many levels, Nathaniel.
The filth I feel.
I feel very sorry for you when the XM calls us and tells us that you have to go.
Yeah.
Because you were so great for the radio show.
Guys, do you really need someone like that involved with the show?
I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
He's giving me the finger.
He's
like, I learned it from you, okay?
Okay.
Nathaniel should have said I did it. I can't get fired.
Yeah, well, we can all get fired. We've learned that lesson. Well, I guess we didn't learn that lesson. Hey, Brent, the trucker, what's up? No, hold on, I gotta do this.
Oh, you gotta do that.
Yeah, Drew
There you
Boogie
go.
has messed me up today. It's okay.
Sorry.
We had to
you got
reconfigure
Boogie
the
on
whole
the
board
program
so Drew Boogie could remix live. What, Brent?
I got a cousin. This is no joke.
Okay.
I got a cousin that's married to a whack job. He cannot divorce her because she's not in a mental state. If you're in a medical condition, it's kind of hard for them to serve papers if you're not with the program, so it's illegal. That's a real deal. I got a cousin that's like that.
Is she in a good enough mental state to maybe go fishing off Modesto? You got to get rid of her somehow.
All right, thank you. In studio, we have Tyson Walters, the center for the Dallas Cowboys, good friend of mine. We're going to go see the Black Crows tonight.
It's going to be a party.
He's in town for the weekend. And outside, we got Bob Kelly. Did he prepare material?
Oh, my goodness. He's writing something down.
Hey, Bob, come on in. You get the star treatment today. He's going to hate me. Watch this. Why are you waiting out there?
Suck a dick.
We always have him wait out there for about an hour before he gets to come in here.
An hour and 45 minutes, and then you bring me in and go, what the fuck are you doing
Well, we
here?
always want to bring you in, but when Jimmy's here, he keeps going like, no, don't bring him in yet.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
It's all Jimmy's fault.
That little friggin'
No, you
worm?
get the star treatment today because you're filling in for the big guy.
I do? I can actually sit down?
Yeah, if Norton was there, we'd get to you eventually. But today you get the star treatment. Sit down.
Sure.
You
Hey,
got your
how you
Starbucks?
guys
Anything
doing?
else you need today?
No, I'm good, actually. I'm good.
Oh,
You want
they'll
any
treat you
granola?
like a
Can I
king.
eat some of your granola?
If you like,
Whatever you
sure.
need, a
I got milk in the
Pop-Tart,
fridge.
everything.
Whatever you want, bro.
You know what? I hope you're making me fucking very nervous, you son of a bitch. There's something going to go on.
No, nothing bad.
How you doing, man?
You really do. You really get the star treatment today.
All right, man. How you guys
That's
doing?
a very important scene
Good.
on the Opie and Anthony program, and you're sitting in it today. So whatever you need, Bob.
You're actually going to, like, let me get a plug out without
You
cutting
get-
the whole radio show off?
You get plugs. I will not kick your dog. Everything is good.
All right, man. Well, it's good
All right.
to see you, man.
Good
You
to
look
see
good.
you,
I like
buddy.
that sweater. And how you doing, buddy?
Very good.
Good to see you, man.
Just enjoy this because the next time you're here and Norton's here, it's going to be back to
I'm
how
going
it
to be
usually
sitting in
is.
that fucking chair like a dentist office.
Just to introduce you to all the players, that's Drew Boogie.
What's up, Drew Boogie?
He's mixing live on the show.
Oh, no shit, really?
Yes,
Nice to meet you,
and
man.
Tyson Walters, who plays for the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey,
Don't
what's up, man? How you doing?
Don't
Doing
put
well.
that S on the back of his name.
No S.
He's gonna kick your
Tyson
ass.
Walter. No, he doesn't care. It's his fans that care.
The
Hey,
listeners.
dude, you're a real good friend of his. You don't even know his last name is Walter, not Walter.
Maybe there
Psycho.
were two of them in here. And it's
possible.
Tyson Walters. There's two of them.
Exactly.
Sure.
Who's the
Plural.
who's the big guy on the couch?
He's my bodyguard, and he's going to fight Poe in a cage match later.
Really?
Yep.
Now, what does he do for a living, man?
He stamps steel.
Do you really?
Amongst other things.
Oh yeah.
He's more of the managerial level, though.
He's a monster. He's even bigger than you.
He weighs more than I do, yes.
Yeah, but you know what? He's kind of cute. He has dimples.
He does. That's what his grandmother calls him.
Dimples.
You call him Dimples.
Dimples. He has cute little dimples. Before you fight him, you want to just put your finger in one and twist it.
Yeah, imagine 6'3", about 345. Just
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's like
Sex
every
appeal.
bouncer that would be brought up on charges for stomping someone's head apart in a parking lot somewhere. That's pretty much what the look he's going for there.
Oh, but
That's
he's
good.
He's a party though.
Yeah.
Opie will find out tonight.
Oh, you guys all
What
hanging?
What the hell does that mean?
Kind
all
of gay way.
hanging?
Settle down.
Settle down.
You're getting excited.
Settle down, homo.
Like, what the hell's going to happen?
False hope all in the studio.
I'm going to black out like Dee Dee, and all of a sudden there's going to be all sorts of crap happening.
You have no choice with that big guy, though. I'd have
No
to suck his
kidding.
cock in the parking lot. Look how big he is.
Again.
Just please don't hurt me, sir.
Yeah.
This time you
All
won't
right.
have to.
Why do you need a bodyguard? Because of the
It's just his
the
friend.
arm.
He's just showing off.
Yeah.
God, that thing's still not healed.
Well, no, it's healed. It's just I have a smaller thing now, and I can take it off and sleep with it. Now you can see my cool scars.
This guy hurt his
Chick stick
his
scars.
wrist last game of the season against the Giants,
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
and he's still like recuperating.
Dislocated it. Yeah.
You playing for the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the word.
yeah.
That's the
well,
word.
That's the word.
Word on the street.
I'm a Patriots
moment.
fan. I'm sorry.
It happens.
You guys hate the Patriots? Is everybody pissed off at them because they're winning every year?
I don't hate anybody.
You don't hate Jesus Christ?
Dude,
What are you, a
They're all
Mormon?
potential employers, man. I don't hate anybody.
You're a smart guy.
He's at that stage in his contract that the Pats could easily be picking him up. You never know after the season.
God willing.
This is the last year on your deal, right?
Actually, I'm gonna sign probably one year tender and stay with Cowboys for one more year, and then
Yeah.
then go for the gold, hopefully.
Go for the gold.
That's what it's all about,
Go
man.
for the ring.
How's Parcells? Is he an ass?
No, Parcells is cool, man.
Is he cool?
As I double take and choke.
Yeah, Parcells.
Trick question.
I almost got you too, didn't I? You son of a bitch.
No, he's been cool to me so far. He hasn't fired me yet, so I can't badmouth him.
There you go. That's positive.
He's a very intimidating guy because when Norton was playing one of the clubs in Dallas, I went down there and then I ended up playing golf with Tyson. And we're on the driving range hitting balls, and all of a sudden he goes, "Hey, boss is here." I'm like, and I turn, and there's Parcells in his golf cart coming to the driving range. He is an intimidating mother, and he had a nice smile on his face because it wasn't the season. He's very relaxed, but you could tell that guy is just an ass.
Yeah,
you could just tell
when he gets angry. You know about it.
Oh, everyone does.
Yeah, not just you. The whole country finds out about it.
Do you have any friends that are small? Or do you just
I've got
do you laugh at little people?
Hello.
Why?
Well,
we're good friends.
And then,
I'm half his size.
Is that it? Do you laugh? Do you and your big friends laugh at Opie and stuff? And God, how could someone be so little?
We treat them like pets.
Oh, they're like pets, right? Yeah. Come here, you. Come on, Opie. Come on.
Tussle the hair,
And I try to act even extra tougher around. It
stop.
just looks stupid. I'll admit it just looks dumb.
Exactly. Why even bother?
We'll be in bars and stuff like, let's take on those guys over there.
Do you walk up to the club and do you just hang out behind these guys
awful.
this is embarrassing?
I wear extra leathers. Hello.
I wear
chaps. I wear extra layers.
Yeah.
And a big bubble coat, just trying to puff myself up in.
Ain't gonna work.
And then I'm walking on my tippy toes to give me an extra inch or two. It's just awful.
He does the whole hold me back gag.
Come on, man. Yeah, I can see it picking fights with every big guy around. Yeah, motherfucker, come on, hit me.
Yeah, but you're naturally big. Bodybuilder, shredded. I mean, you're like an old
That's a nice way of saying
superhero.
fat, thank you.
Well, you're like an old superhero, like Superman, like the first
like a
Superman.
50-year-old superhero, like The Incredibles.
I'm not trying to be a dick, but I mean,
like the original Superman from the TV
you
show.
remember he was like barrel-chested.
I realize I have the upper body of Terry Schiavo now because I can't work out, but freaking A, man.
I'm
back the hell off.
Can you tell your bodyguard to stop staring at me like he's going to face fuck me?
Well, that's not the bad part. It's when he's licking his lips that makes it difficult for you.
Well, that turns me
Treat
on.
you like a hotel sink.
You do have the look like you were supposed to play football back in the 70s. Because you got the sideburns.
That's what I'm saying, like the Steelers.
Yeah, I know what
you're
you're saying.
Wow.
Before they had, before they really got shredded.
Back in the day, they were doing roids back in the 70s, man.
Really?
Oh, and they're not doing it now?
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Wink, wink.
Stop. Swear to God, it is not. There are always guys that are going to try and get around and stuff like that. But football is not an issue for the simple reason that the first time you get nailed, you lose a quarter of your salary right off the top. It's not like baseball where you're losing $5,000 out of $20 million.
Right.
Football is the real deal.
Wow,
And there's testing. How often do they test?
We test randomly. During the season, it starts beginning of March and tests all the way through the end of the season, and you get tested randomly. So it ends up being 5 or 6 times a year, probably.
Yeah, wow.
Is the average.
And this is what a lot of people have been asking over the last few weeks. Why isn't there any attention on steroids in football? But they're very strict, you're saying.
They're extremely strict. I mean, they come after you hard and fast.
Wow.
They do not mess around with performance-enhancing drugs. If we take Sudafed, because there's I don't know what the hell the drug
ephedrine.
is. Ephedrine?
Ephedrine.
Whatever.
Not ephedrine. Ephedrine's another ephedrine. That's what it is.
Whatever it is, though.
No, that's what it is.
Okay, damn, sorry.
Over here.
Doogie Howser. Freaking A.
Jesus.
But... No, but whatever it is...
Just take it, Bob.
There's nothing you can do. Are you insane?
I know.
Your words are cute and all, but in the end, it's not about how good you are on a mic.
Nathaniel's going to have a little tape of me.
It's Bob. We're removing his feeding tube today.
Say ephedrine, bitch. Say ephedrine.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time, funny man. Anyway, go ahead. Sudafed, yes.
Sudafed, those cold drugs, we have to tell them that we're taking it, notify the trainers and the medical staff of the team, just because if you take more than the recommended dosage, it'll flag a false positive. And and once you test positive, there's no going back on it. The only hope you have, because we do 2 samples, and so they test the first one, and then if you appeal, they'll test the second sample that they have from the same batch, and that's your only hope of getting off
You know anybody that's lost a quarter of their salary?
I've not on the Cowboys. We haven't had anybody
heard about
recently.
it, though?
Was it last year, 2 years ago? The end for Carolina. What's his name got nailed, and he said it was cold medicine. So, I mean, it can legitimately happen. So when you hear about it possibly being cold medicine, it is legit.
So those guys are just big guys.
There are a lot of big dudes, man.
Me and Norton did a show for the Cleveland Browns, which was stupid. I don't know why they picked us. We did the whole team, the rookie team, but you look out and there's like 2 white guys.
There were that many?
And I swear to God, it was in the dark. So,
oh Jesus!
Right.
No,
I didn't mean Scooby-Doo eyes looking back at you.
Blink, blink. But these guys were so big. But you guys don't know your own strength because I was like a guy like your size, a rookie. I was messing around and I pushed him, just kidding around.
Yeah.
And he pushed me back, and I fell on the floor and then rolled like 3 times. And nobody even asked if I was hurt. They just all laughed at me.
Of course they did. You're a joke.
Well, I thought
we are us people that are muscularly challenged. We love to say, "Oh, that guy's on the roids," because we hate thinking that nature has shortchanged us so badly that it's just some kind of a natural phenomenon, and this guy's just perhaps. It's in his DNA, and he's taken care of himself and worked out to get himself that big. So we're always like, fucking roid head. Yeah, it's the roids. No. Some people are lucky, and other people have big cocks.
Oh, Jesus, I don't fit into either one of those, you ass.
It all balances out, though. I mean, you look at the giant football players or whatever and realize that that's all that they have. I mean, we're ugly and stupid on top of that. I mean, we've got nothing else going besides being big.
The interesting thing...
professional football.
That's the money.
Right? Yeah, it's the money.
It's not because of our personality or looks.
I've learned a lot about the NFL by hanging out with Tyson Walter, and it's really interesting how strict the league is. You guys get... He was telling me one day, I think on the golf course, all the things you could get fined for.
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the things you could get fined for real fast.
Late to a meeting can be $5 to $10,000. Cell phone goes off in a meeting, $5,000.
Get the fuck out of your cell phone ring. They should have that in goddamn movie theaters.
Dude, they are so strict. It's go ahead.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff like game day and all that.
Game day, we have to get to the stadium 2 hours before the game. If you're late to that, that's close to a game check. So that just depends on your salary. So it's 1/17 of your salary. What else is there?
Even if you have a good excuse, like there was an accident,
even if you have a good excuse, there's no such thing. They say make sure you get there early enough, and if there's an accident, if there's traffic, even like on Monday night games when there's extra traffic, you get caught in rush hour because where the stadium is, it's right, kind of in downtown.
You better leave early.
You better leave at 3 o'clock for 9 o'clock game, 8 o'clock game.
You guys are like it's almost like being institutionalized.
Pretty much.
I mean, because you guys have been since Pop Warner, and then high school, and then college, and now the pros. It's like being in jail. And when you guys are done with your career, it's like you guys are like, what the fuck do I do?
It's a very structured environment. Some teams are more than others. I think right now we have a very structured environment.
But some of the stuff with the uniform too, I found.
Yeah,
your socks are. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
If your towel's too long, like on center, so if the weather's cold or if it's raining, if your towel's too long over, I think it's like 5 inches or something like that, then you get fined by the league for that. If your socks, if your jersey's untucked, if you have it taper or hemmed and stuff tucked in, you can get fined for that. I mean, just everything is ridiculous. If you have any kind of message on like your tape or something like that, they can come after you and try and fine you for that. Then you
tape up and then you write something in marker like
they can
my
come,
mom or something.
Yeah, they can come after you for that.
Isn't that just a mess with all like the gay guys in the league? That's not really for you guys.
Well, that's when you just wink at them. And then on top of that, you have to deal with like everyone's got like a shoe deal of some sort. It's nothing major, but you get free shoes and some, a couple grand of free gear or something like that. So if you like spat your shoes, tape over them, then Nike sends you letters saying that they're going to terminate your contract and it's like, oh, so we don't give a damn about my fucking ankles. If I blow out an ankle, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, they don't care. Just show the shoe.
As long as the swoosh is on there, you're good to go.
What is it about the hair, though? No one seems to mind about, guys that look like Predator wearing helmets with...
2 words, Randy Moss.
Well, that's actually in the CBA, the collective bargaining agreement, that they cannot regulate length or style of hair.
Really?
Yeah, and I think facial hair is also in there.
Wow, because that's really taken off. Where
the holdout in '87, that's what it was all about. It was about length of hair.
Yeah.
Did you put a vote in on that?
I was 9.
Oh, all right.
You ass.
This guy's, not only is he a big guy, he's kind of funny, too, you ass. I really don't like that.
Wow, that's very regulated, very strict. And then baseball is like Delta House.
Oh,
they really don't care.
Oh,
just no regulations.
The worst is when you have baseball players that come in and play football, and they tell you all the stories of how baseball is and how it's laid back, and their spring trainings just like they're all in condos, and they've rented Mercedes for the 6 weeks that they're down in Florida, and how they have kegerators in their weight rooms and stuff like that. And we're just like, are you fucking kidding me? It's absolutely amazing.
I saw that myself because I have a sister who lives in Orlando, spring training capital of the world, basically. And there was a time I was sort of friends with Curt Schilling, way back in the day.
Oh.
And I happened to be down in Florida, and he came into the same strip club as me.
Would you kick him in the ankle?
And I saw how these guys were just living like rock stars during spring training. I mean, they were in the strip clubs every night. There was a whole table. I think he was playing, I don't remember anymore, maybe the Astros back then. And, there was a whole table of them just getting lap dances. They were all dating the girls.
Oh, yeah.
It was just like, I'm like, don't you guys have to worry about, training tomorrow? We'll get to it.
It doesn't matter. I mean, those guys, they don't have to be their games in spring training. They're in the afternoon more, but once they get in the regular season, their games aren't usually till the evening and stuff like that. Even the minor leagues, and so they'll literally go out till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and then sleep till noon. So you still get 7-8 hours of sleep, and they head to the ballpark and party on.
Yeah, they're awful. I had Brian Daubach came to a show one night. He had a game the next day. I mean, an afternoon game, just shit-faced. Out of his mind. They actually kicked him out of the showroom, him and his chick.
Wow.
And I was just looking at him like, dude, I was like so excited to meet him, but I'm like, dude, you have a game tomorrow. He's like, fuck it. Fuck it, I don't give a shit.
They're not really baseball players. How hard are they really working? You guys must laugh at baseball players.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Come on. What do you really do? Standing out there with your glove on, waiting for a ball to come to you, or sitting on the bench waiting to get up and hit one. Come on.
Exactly. Chewing some seeds, getting guaranteed money, never getting hurt.
You guys need a week off just to recuperate.
Yeah. So, there are worse things in life.
I remember quick story when I was growing up. I was a caddy at the Huntington Crescent Club.
No caddy.
And this was
that caddy tournament.
This was the years that.
Come here, Opie. You tell Ty Webb I'm gunning for him.
That's the only other job I've ever had. Caddy.
I love that he was a caddy.
Caddy and this. That's all I've ever done in my life. And worked at a video store for like 2 weeks because before porn was readily available, all my friends would come in and we'd watch porno while I'm trying to rent tapes.
Hermaphroditic.
And then the moms would come in with the kids and see the porno on the screen. I got fired. And that's it. That's all I've done in my life. So, but back in the day, it was when the Islanders were winning all the Stanley Cups. And I swear to you, man, on off days, the guys would play golf, the Islanders, and I think it was the series with the L.A. Kings, so this goes way back, and they were getting hammered on their days off.
Yeah.
And playing with each other. And you're watching the games on TV like, oh, look, these guys fucking hate each other, and they're out for blood. And on the course, they're just getting completely hammered.
How'd you like to mow my lawn?
Billy Smith was just slamming them back, and I'm thinking to myself, but you got a game tomorrow, you
got to take the days off when you get a chance. I mean, you have to relieve some stress.
Unwind a bit.
Yeah, they're basically, 4 nights where guys know that they can kind of go out and do a little bit of damage. But it also depends on the coaching staff. Our head man has definitely made it known that he does not want any partiers, and there have been some serious disciplinary actions taken.
Your quarterback was
Testaverde?
No, Quincy.
Oh, that was in training camp. Well, that was different. I don't know what the official party line is, so I can't speak on that.
Come on.
You are smart, man. He knows. He's very diplomatic.
Well, no, the whole thing with that is that you wake up and you go in the training room, because we're in training camp. We're totally sequestered from the rest of the world. We don't see anybody. Don't hear anything. And you go in the training room, and then the next thing you know, you're out on the field, and there's no Quincy, and you're like, where the hell's Quincy?
Oh, Jesus.
And then it's like, oh, yeah, Parcells fucking cut him this morning. You're like, what? And then you don't know what the story is, and then you have to try to talk to the media after practice to find out what he's told them, and it's a...
Walking on eggshells.
It's a little convoluted way of getting your information. But,
yeah, really.
Sometimes. But in that situation, he actually took us after practice, and, he brought us all up and said, this is what I had to do. I didn't want to, kind of do it, and it's one of those things where it seems, I guess he had another problem at the end of the season with the Jets, and he just wished the best for the guy. I mean, that's just not stuff you fool around with.
right.
Wow.
Well,
Do you guys like when we did the Cleveland Browns show? After the show, all the white dudes came up to me. The LL Cool J was there, and all the black guys, which is 99% of the team, went over to LL Cool J, and all the white guys came over to me and Norton.
You're gonna ask why?
No, I'm not gonna ask why. I know why.
Okay.
You don't have to be in football to figure that one out. My God, man.
But they took us into this back place where the white dudes hung out. It was like all the shoe room, and they had beers in there, and we were all hanging out with like the kicker.
It's like a country club.
The kicker.
Yeah, the kicker
that's smaller than you, right?
Yeah, the kicker. I was busting his ball. Screw him, that little friggin' 165 douche. But
we hope you out of it.
And
oh no, kid, because I love.
Yeah, but do you guys like have your own little joint?
There's segregation or something you're talking about in the NFL?
Yeah.
Black-white segregation?
Yeah, like, that's what blew me away, is like they had their own little spot.
Wow, really?
Well,
the white guys didn't hang out with the black guys on the team?
Well, I thought, it's, 2002, maybe,
you would think maybe they're partying together or something?
Did you see Friday Night Lights? They were all hanging out together and having fun.
You think that's what it's like, I
guess.
guess.
I thought, maybe, things are different now.
I'm sure it changes from team to team. I've only been with the Cowboys, so I can't speak for other teams, really. But we're real good at hanging out together. Everyone's pretty young overall, besides the couple guys that have come in lately that are 50 years old or so. But no, we all hang out a bunch. We have a bunch of dinners together. We do a ton of off the field stuff together. The closest thing we have to that is our locker room's basically square, and then we've got about 8 couches that form a square within the locker room. And it seems all the white guys will sit on the couches and stuff, and then Keyshawn Johnson, who's like speaking his opinion, he's a funny guy. We'll make his reference to Klan meetings and things like that, joking. I mean, it's purely in jest, but
does he come over and shut off your country music off the boombox, and then put on his rap music, and you guys all sing together, and they teach you how to dance, and
we point to each other, and the next guy comes in with the mic, and
you take your cowboy hat and put it on Keyshawn.
Yeah, the feather boa.
Everyone's all together.
All right,
we are family.
Well, Tyson Walter is hanging out with us today. Also, Bob Kelly and Drew Boogie. Tyson is hot. I wanted to fuck him when he was with OSU. Ask him how big his hog is. I can deep throat 9 inches. You got a fan in Toledo, Ohio.
What's
Tyson.
his name?
Pat O'Brien. I want to fuck you. I want to suck your tits.
The girl's name is Hannah.
That's
Hannah, huh?
With an email address and everything.
Wow.
Hannah, send your picture directly. We need to.
Here you go, pal.
We need to discuss this on the show.
There you go.
How often you get that? A lot, right?
Are you married?
There's got to be a lot of football groupies.
Do I look stupid?
I really want to say shit back to you, but you got friggin' hands the size of catcher's mitts, and then you have a bigger guy behind that, which I don't think you need.
If there was a miracle and you were able to do some damage to him,
then I got
a miracle happen. Then you got to deal with him.
And then after him, I got to deal with Master Poe. This is just a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sit there and.
I'm just wondering if you had a girl. I mean, does it matter if she wanted to suck your mule? I mean, are you that picky?
I'm single right now. Oh, I'm picky as hell, man.
Really?
Yeah, when there's a potential
for a blowjob.
This is how Kobe got started. It's like doing drugs, man. Gateway, man. Next thing you know, you're raping chicks and getting accused of stuff. It's just a bad road to hoe.
All right. Does it really go from getting a random blowjob to raping a chick?
I know. It's like, yes, it does. That's a big step.
You'd be surprised.
All right. Well, why don't we move on? Tyson's here. A bunch of things happen, Anthony. You know the sexual harassment scorecard thing we were talking about earlier? Yep. The Pat O'Brien sex tapes that we thought was really, really funny? That's now online, so you can check it out for yourself on FoundryMusic.com and OpieandAnthony.com, okay? Speaking of which, you want to play a couple of these remixes from the listeners as we go to break?
Mm-hmm.
We could start with some of the mediocre ones and get better and better.
Sure.
All right.
Give them a listen.
Bob, have you heard the sex tapes yet? The Pat O'Brien sex tapes?
Yeah. Yeah, it was
it's pretty amazing, isn't it?
I was listening to it with my girlfriend, and she was like, "Who's that? Who is that friggin' pig?"
What a creep!
I just love how unoriginal he is, because I know how hard phone sex is, but he just kept saying the same thing.
It's so hard.
It's so hot.
But he's not even really having phone sex yet. This is just what he wants to do.
But you could tell he's trying so hard to think of something new, because he was like, "I want to lick your pussy. I want to suck your tits," and then you run out.
Yeah, it's
like
hard.
Pussy tits, and then he almost felt good about I want to lick your ass. Yeah, ass. I remembered another thing. But then after that, it's just and I want to, You're so fucking hot. I can't think of anything. It is hard, though.
It's hard to be original when you talking to. Was she in the same room?
No.
She what was that? I want you to say yes.
Yeah,
or
I
wink at
think
me.
they're in the same workplace.
They have to be. Yeah.
Like he works
It's
with us.
gotta
So
be
go to the
assist-
bathroom
an
and leave me a
assistant or
message.
something.
You know, if you're into this, say yes. Just walk up to me and say yes. So he's picturing her walking up and just going yes. Yes, and he's freaking out.
Can you imagine the feeling he would get at that
the
point?
butterflies if she would just walked up and went, yes. Oh, God. I'm shooting a load in my pants. Oh, he just couldn't take it.
Fuck the insider. I got a cold. I got to go home right now.
Gotta go. I'm working on a story. I gotta leave.
Yeah.
She banged him though. They were together already.
Do you think or not? I don't know.
I had two girls. My girl and her girlfriend were listening to it, and they immediately said they were fucking around.
You think?
She already did something. Yeah, you can't.
But hold on a minute.
Yeah.
He's already married with a kid,
Right.
not divorced. And then he's got this
Betsy.
other girl, Betsy, that we thought was his wife
Apparently
at first until we
also
started
worked
getting
with him.
into this deeper. So there's Betsy, and now there's this third girl.
I think he was talking to her one
What a
time.
great guy.
I think he's talking, having a little chat, and they were being flirtatious, and he was like, maybe me, you, and Betsy get together one of these things, and she probably said something like, hey, you never know, maybe gave a sexy little look and walked away. And he just, doing coke and drinking, gets this bug up his ass to call her up and just, you're so hot, I want to fuck the shit out of you and lick your ass, and did I mention your ass and your tits, and it just got so worked up.
Your ass again.
Your ass.
And your tits again.
Oh, Betsy's ass,
Yeah,
and
Betsy.
you.
I want to
Just
beat off
freaking
on.
out.
I want to beat off on your face. We'll get
Yeah,
whores,
came up
coke,
with that one.
drugs.
You ever have a girl tell you in bed
Well,
that
he-
she
lick
wants
your-
you to talk dirty to her?
Yeah.
And you're just like, what do you... You kind of sound like Pat O'Brien.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, you're so fucking hot.
I have no
Yeah.
problem with it.
Oh, you're so fucking hot, and I'm gonna... You know what? I'm gonna fuck you. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I thought you were gonna work on my car. We're both naked, and you got a heart on, and this is real good stuff you're splurting out here.
You reminded me
Awful.
of something.
Sex talk, awful.
Chris Rock off that famous album.
I just want to groan like Terry Schiavo in bed. Leave me alone.
Right.
She actually has the look like she's taking the money shot all day long.
All right, Jesus.
I mean, am I lying?
All right.
It's the end of every porno. Her face.
Wow.
Oh, is that awful?
I'll do angle on that one too.
God.
Anthony, you remind me of something. Chris Rock did a whole bit on that phone sex on the famous album.
Really?
Yeah, with what's her name, the tall, dykey comedian. I forgot her name.
Every girl comedian?
Judy Gold.
Oh,
I thought you meant Paula Poundstone.
Oh, yeah, or Ellen DeGeneres.
Maybe we can find that. It's one of the bits he did in between the comedy. That
Degenerates, all of them.
it's exactly what you're talking about. Trying to have phone sex with a girl and she's really not into it. And
Phone sex or just being in bed and trying to, talk dirty. It just doesn't work.
I slapped my own ass once.
Stop it.
I swear to God.
What?
I'm
Did you get confused?
No, I really just got into it. Me and my friend were actually doing a train on a girl, and I was behind her.
Another romantic moment.
With one of our comedian friends. Boy,
she was,
big surprise here.
She was, blowing him, and she was I was kind of lonely. I was, just doing my thing and slapping her ass, and I got so into it, I was like, just whack, and I whacked my own ass. But the sound of my ass and the sound of her ass is like, hers was like nice and firm, smack, and mine was just like a, and everybody just turned around and looked at me and was like, did you just slap your own ass?
Nice ruin in the moment, yeah.
I was like, yeah, I guess.
Well, that is a flabby ass muffled by hair.
It is really like cottage cheese and raw chicken.
Manage in a garbage bag.
That is really weird, bro.
Half blown up garbage bag.
All right, we got lots we could do here. You want to listen to the Chris Rock thing real fast?
Sure.
It's okay, but I mean, you just mentioned it, so now it makes a little bit of sense. Derek, let's play that real fast.
There's nothing worse than bad phone sex.
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing this, Chris.
Oh, come on. So what do you have on?
Underwear.
Come on, don't say underwear. Say panties. You know panties, right? What kind of panties?
It's like a tweed lycra blend.
Don't tell me the material. What am I, Taylor? Come on, what's the cut of panties? A G-string? A thong? Oh, come on. Okay. You miss me?
Yeah.
What you gonna do when you see me?
I don't know. Talk. Hold you.
You want me to hold you back?
Yeah.
You want me to kiss you?
Yeah, I guess so.
You want me to eat your pussy?
Whatever.
What you mean whatever? Do you want me to eat your pussy?
Eventually, I guess, it'll get there. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Could you just say it? If you want it, say it.
Alright,
You want me to eat your pussy?
I would like it if you ate my pussy.
Eat your what?
My pussy.
Excuse me? Your pussy? What? If I ate your what?
My pussy.
Okay. And what are you gonna do to me?
Touch your arm.
Huh? Why can't you touch my arm for?
So, I'll rub it.
You rub my arm? What the fuck? I ain't in a fight. I ain't fall down.
Alright, I'll massage your neck.
And you got to go lower.
I'll kiss your ear.
Fuck. Hey, honey, you got to go lower than that.
What if I rub your tummy?
Lower.
Alright. I'll touch your penis.
My penis?
Huh?
My penis?
Uh-huh.
The fuck are you talking about, penis? What the fuck? Penis? Penis? What's this penis shit? It's dick. Dick. My dick. What am I, a fucking doctor? Damn.
There you go. Some bad phone sex.
That is some awful phone sex.
That's how it is, though, right?
That's how it turns out.
That's the reality of it.
That's how it turns out when you try to have phone sex with a dyke.
Look at this instant feedback. Bob Kelly is so fucking hot. I want to lick his ass, or he can lick my cock if he wants. Oh, John from Albany, it says.
I'll let him lick my ass. I don't give a shit.
All right, so the Pat O'Brien sex tapes. We've got to play a few of these before break, Anthony.
Yeah.
I think we start off with one that had a lot of potential and then went horribly wrong.
Oh, yeah, we were listening to this one in the office. The guy had a good idea, but execution pretty bad.
I think he then just panicked.
Yeah, old Panicky Pete.
But I want to fucking make you crazy. Make you fucking crazy. You're so fucking hot. You're so fucking hot. I want to lick your pussy and suck your tits. All I can do is get this message. Just look at me and say yes. Higher on the hooker. Let's get crazy. Get some coke. You're fucking hot. I want you badly. I know you want me. Let's fucking have sex. It's me. I'm so fucking into you. So let's have fun. Let's just fucking have fun. Suck my cock. If you agree with this, just look at me and say yes.
Actually, it's not that bad the second time.
It wasn't as bad as we first thought it was.
Yeah, it really wasn't
We thought
bad.
he was putting the clips over the Ozzy vocals.
Yeah, no, he
And
did a
it kind
good
of got
job.
confusing, but it wasn't that bad.
That wasn't that bad. That was nice. I love he said, let's have fun. You know, that's right when somebody walked by him on the cell phone.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat your ass. Well, let's have fun. You know, we'll have a fun time.
I want to find those documents we were looking for.
Nickels, dime, quarters.
Anthony, one of the listeners suggested that we take the Pat O'Brien sex tapes and edit it like we were on commercial radio.
Yeah.
This is how other shows have to play the sex tape.
Right.
Just a little sample.
FCC rules. See? Nothing. They're not allowed to hear one word of it. Is that what you're going for? What happened?
What happened? That's a new problem.
Uh-oh. It's playing. It is playing. Did you burn a bad disc? Eric.
Poor Eric.
What did you do?
All right, go see what's going on with that.
Play that elsewhere.
We'll play another Pat O'Brien sex tape mix from the listeners, okay? Yeah. This is from Ass Suck from whackbag.com.
The Ass Suck?
The Ass Suck.
Nice.
If we get the CD player to go here.
Uh-oh. Maybe we should get a new CD player.
It's these Denons.
That one seems a little... They do take a lot of abuse, especially from you. The first thing Opie does when something doesn't work with the CD player is hit the CD player real hard.
I can't wait till he has kids.
Call the little kid Denon. Smack him in the head.
Mac.
All right, here's Ass Suck from whackbag.com.
Save message Sunday 9:04 p.m. I want to fucking go crazy with you. You're so fucking hot. I fucking have sex, yeah. But I want you badly, and then you want me. You are so fucking hot. I want to lick your pussy and suck your tits. What do you want? A blowjob. I want to lick your pussy and suck your tits. But I want you badly, and then you want me.
Did you sleep with your brother? Bang.
Check this message, and then just say to me, yes. And just to watch it, let's just fucking have fun. I don't want my girlfriend. Let's do it.
This is the best thing ever.
Feet off your face.
I'm not very impressed.
You're not feeling that one?
I'm not very impressed. It's like a little musical bed, some sound clips, and not impressed. Not very clever. Sorry. Who was that?
Ass Suck.
Ass Suck.
You're gonna
Sorry,
hurt his feelings.
Ass Suck. I know. I'll go on the message board later, and
You're gonna hurt Ass Suck's feelings.
Do you think all of them are good?
I'm impressed with his name.
Well,
Ass Suck.
Yeah, Ass
Very
Suck
nice.
is good.
Steve said that one was okay, not great. Well, let's try this one.
I would say even worse than okay.
Yeah,
that
that
was
one
just kind of.
Well, Steve, warned us that there's some bad ones in this batch. So
Steve slips those in to make him look really good.
Of course he does. Well, here's Eric coming back in. Here it is on if you had to edit this for commercial radio.
You are so hot. And I want you. So hot. You are hot. Let's do it. You are so hot. Please leave me a voicemail. Go to the bathroom and leave me a voicemail. Bye. Saved message Sunday.
That's no joke. You bleeped out only stuff.
Hey, it's me. I'm so into you. And you have to pay attention to Betsy, but let's have fun. I want you and watch Betsy and drink. I'm so into you. It's incredible. Check this message and then just say to me, yes, and kids can watch us. Let's just have fun. I'm so into you. Fucking hot.
Ah, you missed one. You missed one.
That would have been a
son of
fine
bitch.
if we were on
Fired.
radio.
Fired. We would have been suspended. Look at that shit. We would have been
Holy
suspended. You missed one. You missed one.
And I felt like we were back on commercial radio. I just had that
I
feeling
got
inside, like,
scared
oh my God,
for a second.
that
I
just
know
went out
exactly
over the
what you
air.
said. I'm like, oh no, dump.
Let's just have fun. I'm so into you. Fucking hot.
Well, what happened there, Slick?
It's just like all of a sudden, that split. The three of us to get together. I want to fuck dirty to you. Watch you invest each other. Like your face.
Yeah, when you hear beep in your face, you pretty much know what that beep was.
Yeah, it sounds like Tracy Morgan's Comedy Central special.
Beep,
beep, beep. White people, beep, beep. Black people.
There you go. That's why they're not playing it on commercial radio.
Man, I didn't think it would be that bad, but wow. That is all. You couldn't play that. You could not. How could you play that on regular radio with all those beeps?
I don't know. Let's play another one from the listeners, another remix with the Pat O'Brien sex tapes.
Better than Ass Sucks. Year is this, 1935?
I want to fucking go crazy with you. Who's this? I'm so fucking into you. Ted? You're so fucking hot. Thanks. I want to fuck you. You're kid. Oh my God. I want you badly. I know you want me. Oh no. I want to lick your pussy and suck your tits. Where? Go to the bathroom and leave your voicemail. Oh my God. I don't believe it. Fucking have sex and fun, drugs. Fuck me. Go crazy. Bye.
Wow. Genius. Best one yet. Holy shit.
Oh,
Took the old Bill's Dead call.
We'll have to get the best ones up on FoundryMusic.com.
God damn it. Who did that?
I don't know. We don't.
That is genius.
We got to give credit to these guys.
You're kidding.
I want to hear that again. Screw going to the next one.
Oh, man, was that
Can
good.
I hear it?
I got to hear that one more time.
It's short enough. Let's play it again. Basically, it's, Pat, obviously, and the old lady from the Bill's Dead
The old lady that
call.
called up and Opie told her friend was dead, and she couldn't believe it. But it fits in very well with the Pat O'Brien audio. And, of course, I like the phone ring.
She would have an old phone.
Of course.
I want to fucking go crazy with you. Who's this? I'm so fucking into you. Pat? You're so fucking hot. Thanks. I want to fuck you. You're kid. Oh my God. I want you badly. I know you want me. Oh no. I want to lick your pussy and suck your tits. Where? Go to the bathroom and leave your voicemail. Oh my God. I don't believe it. Let's just fucking have sex and fun, drugs. Fuck me. Go crazy. Bye.
That is too funny.
You pick up that she says Pat in the phone call, too?
You're kidding. I don't believe it.
I cannot get enough of these sex tapes.
Wow.
We need a soundboard. We need all sorts of stuff.
That is really good.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Steve will take the best ones and throw them up on the websites tonight and give you guys credit if we know who did them. Want to do one more before we break?
I don't know how you follow that one.
I
know.
Sure. You're learning radio school to end on an up note, but
I love that accent.
Oh no.
It sounds like everybody's grandmother.
Oh, I know, right?
You're kidding, Bill.
Oh my God.
Where? Oh my God. Hello. Hello. Where?
Egg.
You know what? Let's before we play the next one, just so it makes sense.
I don't believe it.
Before we play the next one, just so it makes sense to the new listeners, we now have to play the Bill's Dead phone call really fast.
Yeah, I love this.
We're just kind of screwing off today anyway. We're a day before vacation.
Yep.
This is where he got the voice from. The
Opie
famous,
being cruel and
the famous
unusual.
Bill's Dead phone call. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Bill.
Who's this?
Pat.
Hi, Pat. How are you?
No, this is the wrong Bill.
Well, Pat, I have some bad news.
What?
Bill died today.
You're kidding. Oh my God.
Yeah. It's tragic.
Who's this?
He was in a car accident today.
Oh no. Who is this?
It's John.
John?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh my God. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I was just talking to him.
I know.
Where did it happen?
This afternoon.
Where?
On the highway.
Oh God, love him.
Yeah, big pile up.
Well, be sure and give the kids my condolences.
Okay. Well, I gotta go.
All right, John.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
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 Oh, no.
Where?
How did it happen? Where? Where?
Sounds like my grandmother, man. The Boston accent is just...
Where? Bobby, where you going? Where? Up there by Revere? Where?
Exactly, dude. It sounds like my goddamn
Oh, God love him.
Oh, right over here.
Oh,
my
Truffles,
friend.
yes.
Truffle
yes,
time.
Truffles. Truffles for everyone.
Are you a room mother? It's like first grade.
Oh.
Passing around snacks.
Why don't we play another one from the listeners?
God, these things rock.
No one knows where these came from? Steve?
They're not just the best.
Yeah, I'll go through them, and I make sure when they get posted we will credit everybody, but they came in so fast and furious, and some came in anonymously, it was just, we lost track.
All right, we just want to get them on the air.
Bitches are fat slobs.
Oh, my God.
Sitting around all day eating this shit.
I won't have one of those.
That's very good.
Anthony, here's another one sent in from the listeners. Check this one out.
You rang? Yeah. I want you badly. I know you want me. I've got them to lose. Let's just fucking have fun. I'm so fucking you're so fucking hot. I don't do this for a living. It's like new to me. Yeah. But I want to fucking make you crazy. You got it. Go to the bathroom. Yeah, the bathroom. Let's do it. Yeah, on my way. I want to fucking make you come so much.
Here's a bathtub. I've got my rubber magic tongue.
I want to fucking feed off your face.
It's all lubed up.
You're so fucking hot.
Well, got up my butt now. I'm working it in.
I want you badly. I know you want me.
Yeah, I'm picking up speed nice and fast.
I don't want you to suck my cock. I want to fuck you.
Yeah.
I want to go crazy with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Do me. Say,
I want to fucking go crazy with you.
yeah. Marvelous. Alright, go wash my ass. Adios. Bye-bye.
All right, that's another good one. Wheelchair Fred. Old Wheeler Durf himself. And Pat O'Brien.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Who did that one?
I don't know. We don't
No
have
credits today for this genius?
I know. Well, we're gonna get the best ones up on the websites, and then they'll get full credit up there. And we encourage you to keep sending them in while we're on vacation. When we come back, we'll play more. You know, maybe we'll give out a My Fire or something to the best one. The Bill's Dead is still my favorite, but that Wheelchair Fred one is right up there.
Oh, yeah.
We have another, 10 to go.
Jeez. Today?
Yeah.
Poor Pat O'Brien. This ass had no idea when he was leaving this goddamn
What an
messages.
idiot leaving these messages.
I don't trust a goddamn single woman on the fucking planet.
You're going to leave these recorded like that on her phone? You're Pat O'Brien, you're kind of in the public eye. She's got these things on tape. What the hell do you think she's going to do? And then the other bombshell was the fact that the chick Betsy that he talks about, she was married. She leaves her husband because of this affair with Pat O'Brien. Her ex-husband now has a picture of Pat O'Brien jerking off.
What?
Yeah. He's got a picture. I guess Betsy had it in her house. The husband found it, and now it's in his possession. So now where it is, this thing is going to be out any day now, is this glistening, sweaty Pat O'Brien jacking off picture. That's going to make the rounds.
Oh, gee. That just sucks.
Yeah.
I actually, when I first got a video camera,
you didn't.
I videotaped myself having sex with a bunch of girls, and I had all my friends over. But the first day I got it, I videotaped myself. I never saw myself jacking off. What I looked like, it was atrocious.
Oh God!
It was in the middle of the day too, so that afternoon sunbeam was shooting in on my gray sack.
You're kidding.
Where?
You don't need a video camera to know how awful you look whacking off. If you have a pet that you live with, that's all you need. You ever whacking off and your cat or your dog is looking at you? You can tell by the reaction in your pet how awful you look.
My dog did this one day. I was jerking off. I looked over at my dog. He went, I actually put my dog in a depression. Just
look who owns me.
I was videotaping. I erased me jerking off, and then I had all this, like, 3 chicks. It was great.
Yeah.
And then I was showing my friends, but there was one little snippet.
Of course, there's always a little snippet left.
Of me just, my legs were together, too, so my fat legs and my sack was, like, just pushed out, like, it was just a little tight tranny sack. And I was jerking off, and just 1 second of thump, and all you hear is, whoa, whoa, whoa! And,
It's like subliminal. You know, it just kind of gets in you and go, I want to see Bob jack off for some reason. And I need some popcorn.
Just because it was interesting.
Wow, that is really nasty. What were you watching it on a TV screen also, like monitoring
we
it?
were watching on...
Or no, I mean yourself when you were doing it.
Yeah, I had it on the monitor.
You didn't just do it and then go, let me play back and
no.
Yeah, because it's one thing if you set up a camera and then monitor as you're doing it, but if you tape it and then watch it later, like, what are you going to do? Sit down and, look at me jerk it. That's great.
It's like game film. You have to go back and...
Honestly,
scouting report, you know, you got to
look at that.
Make some notes.
You need a little more wrist action.
Well, I was doing it because I was going to have the girls over, so you had to kind of know where you're out of the shot. So I wanted to... I put, like, tape down...
Yeah, it's Bob. Yeah, I want you to come over. I want you to watch videos of me jerking off. You can do that, right? And then we can fuck. We can watch some more of me jerking off. You want to watch videos of me jerking off? I come all over my belly. Yeah. I'm so fucking hot. I drive me crazy. Oh, wait, my dog's yawning. Hold on.
Did you video yourself jerking off to show girls?
No, I was first of all, I've never seen myself. I never knew what I looked like.
I've never seen an underneath shot of me taking a shit either, but I really wouldn't want to.
If you could, you wouldn't want to just check it out?
Yeah, but you've been in hotels where there's probably mirrors in the bathroom.
Yeah, but I've never seen
Jacking
what I
it in the shower, you look over and you go, hey, damn, look at that.
I never saw what I looked
Fucking
like.
the sink. Maybe see a reflection of the chrome faucet. Like a funhouse mirror.
Yeah, there's something else going on here, because everyone has seen themselves jerk off in front of a mirror or something.
But I wanted to see what I look like.
Yeah.
Like, you know, on video.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Where
like,
you're not really looking at the...
I'm looking at who's like that. That's not me. It's that's me, but it's not me. You know what I mean? When you look at yourself in the mirror,
that's creepy.
Which I've done many a times, it's not the same. But when you see yourself on TV, you don't understand how what you look like.
Right. So you just wanted it on video.
I just wanted to check it out. If you anytime you get new technology, you want to fuck around with it.
Give it a good Bob Saget introduction, some wacky sound effects.
When you get new technology, you want to figure out how to use it for sex.
That's all.
That's what everyone does.
Mankind, yes.
Internet, you start with sex stuff, and then realize, hey, wow, I could do other things on here.
Yeah. So
you
decided to,
all right,
and your friends got a little shot.
We should take a break. Bob Kelly's sitting in for Jim Norton. Hopefully Norton will check in and say hi. I heard he killed down there in Lauderdale last night. So
in Cucamonga.
Any plugs, Bob?
Tourgasm.
What?
Doing Tourgasm. Dane Cook. You know Dane, right?
Yes.
Yeah, me, Dane Cook, Gary Gulman. You know Gary Gulman from...
Of course.
And
Gulman, my producer. Not that one. Not that Gulman.
We're touring. We're going from the West Coast to the East Coast. 20 schools in 30 days.
Schools?
Yeah, schools, colleges. But it's like big colleges, like 2,000. We're doing the theaters.
So you're going to like high schools or something?
No.
Stay off the drill.
Yeah, this should really help your addiction. Real smart, Bob.
College girls.
Bob's trying to play it straight these days and not fuck around on the road, and you sign up for a college tour.
I have no
colleges.
You know
Are
what?
You insane?
I have no problem with college girls.
You have openly admitted you're addicted to sex and you're trying to be cool, and you sign up for this tour.
Yeah, but
you should be touring the old age homes.
That's actually what turns me on.
Where?
My balls right there. Suck the hose.
This isn't Bob Kelly.
All right, where can they get info on this tour?
Tourgasm.com. It's touring the country. We got a big bus.
That's cool.
Like one of those usher buses. Yeah,
nice.
You got to call us from the road.
I will.
With your road stories. That'll be fun.
I got to figure out a way to put the Roadie 2 in the...
In the bus?
Yeah, because I want to play you guys in the bus.
Get a MiFi.
Just get the
Hook
MiFi.
them up with a MiFi, man. What the fuck?
According to Ben,
they're
they're starting to hand out the MiFis to our comedian friends that help us out when Norton's not here. So maybe we can get you one. Oh, Ben's giving the thumbs up. You have one in house? Not here yet, but we'll.
I know that was a problem because they became so popular that they it became a problem to actually produce that many. But now I think they have a bunch of Taiwanese children soldering them together for like $2
You know what?
a week.
It's the only way to listen to XM.
Yeah.
I mean, I got what do I got? I got like a Delphi on my ride.
Uh-huh.
But the MiFi, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Recording shows
Portable,
and all that.
you take it with
it's
you.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, hook Bob up with a MiFi.
We'll hook you up. All
I'll
right?
definitely call you from the road, but yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's
right.
gonna be crazy.
Quick break. Drew Boogie's in house. When we get back, we have an assault on the media that happened in Little Rock, Arkansas. This thing is starting to spread. Nice.
We love this when listeners get involved. They see the live shot of the news happening somewhere. You know, in your town, they always got these things going. The camera crew sets up in front of a location that's in the news, and the reporter goes live during the newscast, and one of our idiot pestering buffoons that listen to this program go up behind the reporter and hold up either a wow sign or, in one case, a sign that said cunt on Channel 4.
Oops.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oops.
We call that one the A-bomb.
Yeah.
And that's called an assault on the media. It's our own way to promote the show.
We got another one that came in, and also the guy that made the Pat O'Brien scorecard. He's outside the studio. His name's Dave. And he redid it just a little bit so our names are going to get out there. Another way to spread the virus of the radio program. That's up on opieandanthony.com and foundyourmusic.com. I think it's already on newgrounds.com. And it's coming soon to fark.com, Anthony, consumptionjunction.com. This thing is going to go everywhere. Thanks to that guy right there, Dave. We'll get him in here to check out the show as well. But first, Drew Boogie, get us out of here.
You're happy now, you're a whore. You're happy now. You're happy. You're happy now, you're a whore.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Your home for good, clean, wholesome family entertainment. Wow.
That is such a long way to go just to say.
It's the Opie and Anthony. XM202, the Opie and Anthony Show.
God damn it! God damn it!
Stop! Bad! Stop bad! Yeah, so stupid!
Right on, man. Drew Boogie in the house, spinning for us today. Nice. Any plugs, Drew? Your mic's not on.
There we go. Not a one. I got nothing.
I know. We got to figure something out with you, man. He does a lot of great stuff for the radio program. Matter of fact, going into break, you got to play the Stalker Patty creation that Drew Boogie did. It's amazing. It's my favorite one that you've done lately.
Oh, yeah. That's like a legitimate song.
It really is.
That thing is really cool.
Everybody can sing along.
I want to say hi to the people at fark.com. I just noticed the link is up. You can see the flash animation of Pat O'Brien right there on fark.com.
Yeah, we got to get Steve on a microphone because, oh my God, this is awesome for the radio program. That's why we call it Spread the Virus. We'll do it any way we can, man. And this guy Dave outside came up with this great flash animation thing. You know, that's the Pat O'Brien sex tapes.
Yeah.
and we put it up on our websites. And then, Steve has connections out the ass, so now it's all over the place.
Yeah, so far we've got it on Newgrounds. You can go and vote for it there. FARC, you can go and vote for it there. Working on getting it on Consumption Junction, College Humor, BigBoys.com, and we'll post it as many places as we possibly can. And some people just pick it up before we have a chance to contact them. And this is all in the last 45 minutes too.
Yeah, and our names are associated with it. Found Your Music. It's a scorecard, basically, keeping track of all the things that Pat wants to do to this woman.
Done very well.
Done very, very well. All right. And then Tyson Walter is in studio from the Dallas Cowboys. He was talking about some other things that he could get fined for. What's the one about your weight?
These truffles here.
Reminded you of something?
Reminded me that, if for each pound per day, $362 that you're overweight.
Wait, they give you an actual weight you're supposed to be at?
Yeah, you have an assigned weight. Different teams are different.
Jesus, man.
My rookie year, we had weights, but we didn't have any penalty for it. But currently, you can be fined.
What's your assigned weight?
Pound.
Last year, it changed a little bit. Last year was 303.
Yeah, what are you at now?
306 at the moment. So just started working out a few weeks ago, so I started putting some weight back on.
So you don't want to eat those truffles. That could cost you a lot of money.
I've got till August.
But I got time.
Fine.
You'll be just
Bob
fine.
is just popping them in his mouth. He goes, they're just too easy to do this. He picks one up, whole thing goes in his mouth.
My feet are tingling. I'm having a diabetic seizure right now. Fat mess I am.
Good, man.
I'm going to pass out in a minute.
All right. Well, Dave Maddock in New Orleans, he did a little assault on the media in Little Rock.
Yeah, Little Rock.
KATV was doing some kind of St. Patty's, weather forecast. And this ass just disrupted his weather forecast by yelling Opie and Anthony. We love this, Anthony, right?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely love this. And we encourage this. Just don't physically harm the reporters out there.
No, you don't touch them at all.
But get creative. We still haven't seen any real creative ones since we've been back on radio.
Oh, the old ones from the from NEW when we were there? Forget about it. Some of these people, the one guy, my favorite, guy in gorilla suit.
What about the guy that dressed up as Gumby?
No, that was pretty good, too, but I love the guy in the gorilla suit.
I don't remember that one.
Jumping around behind somebody, and I think it was like a real bad chemical leak story. There's some kind of nuclear plant story, and the person was very serious on the news. Big chance for a nice serious story, and he's doing his read, and a guy in a gorilla suit just comes running behind him, and you hear through his mouth, Opie and Anthony! Opie and Anthony! Jumping around like a nut.
Was that the same one where the guy had a sign and just placed it right in front of the reporter's face as he's doing the serious news story, too?
Yeah.
All right, well, here's the latest assault on the media. Check this one out.
7 is News. Channel 7 News at 6. Now your first forecast with Chief Meteorologist Ned Permy.
Hi, everybody. The River Market is crawling with green on this St. Patrick's Day, and we are having the first annual St. Patrick's Pub Crawl. Coming up tonight, we're going to talk about that. Coming up in just a few minutes. We got a great night for it, lots of sunshine.
It's a day where we all put on our green, and then a lot of people go out, and that's what Ned Permy's doing.
So you want to come down early and get your wristband. All the music starts playing about 7 o'clock tonight, and it's a great way to enjoy yourself in one location right here in the River Market District on your St. Patrick's Day. We had a beautiful day today. Lots of sunshine. Moved back into the...
They got him twice.
What an ass.
He's just running by.
Oh, what an annoying fool.
I love these guys. They try to make believe it's not happening.
Yeah.
What an idiot. That guy got him twice.
I love it.
Oh, man. Bravo.
That's hilarious.
I know, they really are.
Oh, you annoying bastards.
We got Flea from cringehumor.net checking in. Let's see what he has. Flea, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, Bob, I'm a big fan. I'm just wondering, you went to Iraq recently with Steve Byrne and Colin Quinn, right?
Yeah, I actually did, Flea.
Well, I'm just wondering, do you have any stories from going over there?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
He's so you are so. I know exactly what's happening here. You're so gun shy that he's going to do something.
Yeah,
to
I know.
goof on
I'm
you
waiting for him to
that you
go,
couldn't-
"Not you."
not you, or it couldn't possibly be a real question asking you about your Iraq
Well,
experience.
but you understand?
No,
my
I'm
instant
totally
messenger
sure.
goes off. I'm okay, Flea.
He's gone. He's
Is he
gone.
gone? Well, yeah. Well, I'm on IM all the time, and it used to be a nice little happy place for me.
Yeah.
I'd probably get one or two, but now I get people they'll IM me and be like, "Hey, man, I heard you on O&A. You're awesome," and I'm such a lonely douche. I'm like, "Thanks, man." Not you.
And they write back, not you.
And they just sign off. That's the worst part. Is they sign off.
Cherish the thought they chat with you a minute or two.
Yeah, so I'm like, hey, and it's just auto response. I'm like, son of a bitch. But yeah, man, Iraq was. First of all, Colin Quinn is literally out of his mind.
Yeah.
We're on the friggin' helicopter. It's like 2 a.m. I look over. He's got his pants down.
Why?
I don't know. I just look over, and the guys in the gun, they walked over to him and were like, "Why do you have your pants down?" Like it wasn't even a fucking joke.
Yeah, it wasn't funny or anything.
He was like, "I don't know. I just pull my pants down sometimes." And he just muddled and put them back up like, "You ass."
Why would you do that?
They're sitting here with night vision goggles on, holding a .50 caliber, trying not to get us killed, and you're pulling your pants down.
Yeah, perhaps you should save the hijinks for the safety of the base.
Oh, me and him, it was just that the base that we were on. What's his name's Palace.
Yeah.
They have all the animals.
What's his name?
Uday.
Uday.
I thought you were going to say Saddam.
I thought you were going to say Saddam. It's like, what's his name?
No, well, he's got
that guy.
What's the? He made like 30 palaces. He got like 30 palaces, and this one was actually a hunting ground. It's huge. We have 3 bases, American bases, on this one palace in Baghdad. Yeah, and I love it too because we didn't bomb the palaces when we went over there because they were like, they go, we're going to be staying here.
Of course.
And you should see it. All the lieutenants, the colonels, they all have these slamming pads. And all the grunts are intense, but these guys are in like the Bellagio.
Got, like, rooms at the Bellagio.
I'm not kidding you.
They have a Bellagio to themselves.
I swear to God, they have these rooms with balconies, and they're out there smoking cigars.
Chips for all the lieutenants. The dancers will kick your tongue out.
God, these guys are brilliant. You would think they would just go in and destroy the palaces right away.
Nope.
They're smarter than us.
They shot 2 bombs. There was actually a bridge going to one of the palaces. And the other, I went into Saddam's bedroom in the main palace, and it has all drop ceilings like this. And it's, he goes, those are drop ceilings because they shot a bomb through the window.
Into his bedroom.
Just blew up his bedroom, just to let him know we were coming.
How fantastic is that?
That's the only room that they hit in that one palace.
Ding dong. Hello. Anyone home? That's fantastic, man.
These lunatics over there actually let all the animals loose. The lions, a panther. I mean, all these freaking psychotic animals, just let them loose. So, but when you're over there, they're still loose.
Yeah, no one's
somewhere on the ground.
Scoop them up.
So you're walking around, and there's no lights at night. This place is huge. You can actually walk around, but they're like, be careful because we haven't found the lions.
And who's feeding the animals?
Nobody's feeding them.
So they're hungry at this point.
They're probably hungry, but there's other animals like kangaroos, gazelles. They're all out there. It's like a big, huge place.
Yeah.
They found 2 cubs. 2 lion cubs.
So they've been having sex.
So they've been screwing around.
Yeah, I want to fuck you tiger.
It's like Neverland Ranch.
It's unbelievable. I actually saw. I'm not even fuck. I know you're gonna fucking laugh at me, but I saw a werewolf.
Yeah, well, you touched on this briefly.
Listen to me.
What kind of werewolf?
It was a werewolf, man. I'm not. Listen, I know what a wolf looks like. A coyote, a dog. I fucking seen them all. It's a werewolf. It had a guy chest, like a human, and it was like it was like this high.
Glowing eyes.
Almost like a horse, but a wolf, but a guy.
Did it walk on 2 feet?
It had 4 feet. It was a werewolf. It wasn't like,
Well, werewolves are like, Lon Chaney or something.
No.
It was werewolves in London.
Yeah, their hair was perfect. They walk around on 2 feet. And they wear... Oh, yeah.
No.
That's from American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, that was pretty good, Derek. Go Warren Zevon. Werewolves in London.
Werewolves in London. And they walk around and they wear old-timey suits.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But they walk on 2 legs. But this werewolf is...
Why do you think it was fully transformed werewolf?
Besides the visual, why do you think it was a werewolf?
Dude, I've never seen... it was so high off the ground and so big. Yeah. Even the guy next to me, these Marines don't flinch for shit. Right. Literally, they hear a bomb. And they don't move. And you're like, what was that? And they're like, don't worry about it. And it's like, why don't fucking worry about it?
Wow.
When we got the rocket shot at the plane, I was like, look at the sunset. He's like, that wasn't a sunset, that was a rocket. And I'm like, could you
Mistake a
show
rocket for a sunset.
show some emotion?
Now, where did you see the werewolf?
It was on Uday's Palace. We were at night, driving
At night.
back.
You're driving, so you looked off to the side of the road?
No. This sucko crossed in front of our
crossed the
van,
street.
and everybody went, holy shit. It was... Look it, man.
That was just one of his mistresses that was left behind.
That was it, without the burqa.
Yeah.
Friggin' eyebrow hair and pubic hair connect. Fucking hairy.
So, did it turn and look at the car?
No, it didn't even. It said, fuck it.
It just walked.
It was
across
almost
the
like,
street.
you know what, stop. And it went to the bush.
Yeah.
And even later that night, I was walking with this guy. He's like assigned to us. Sea Dog. He's like a major.
Yeah.
And we're walking out, and I had to go up the street, and it's dark as shit. And he's got a 9mm, but you can't load it. It's unloaded.
What the fuck is that about?
Look at this is what pisses me off too. Our military, we can't drink. You can't have porno. You can't have a loaded weapon on the base. It's all politically correct. It's all because of CNN and the news. All they pick up is garbage, and they can't have any mistakes.
How could you tie our troops' hands behind their back to the point where they're not allowed to carry loaded weapons around on the base?
It's all the
so
Italians.
That if there's a terrorist, an insurgent that runs in and he's got his dynamite belt on and he's heading for an area that you can't unload on him.
You have to say, wait a second.
Yeah,
1 second.
Let me load up let me be like Barney Fife and pull the bullet out of my pocket and put it in my revolver.
Yeah.
What? How did it get to that point?
Because of the news. They report all just crap, dude. CNN and all that. They don't want any mistakes. And because Arabs don't watch porn, Arabs don't have...
they don't drink.
They don't drink, which is bullcrap. I was talking to one guy. He goes, a lot of these guys... Homosexuality, he goes, you can literally drive on a highway and just see two dudes plowing each other.
That, like a lot
and
of
waving.
A lot of these Arab guys are gay.
Yeah.
They have young little, wards that they have with them for sex.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of these guys.
He says you're driving down the highway and you'll see two dudes just they'll pull over and just smash each other on the side of the road.
Really?
And you drive by and they don't even run. They'll wave hello.
There's a little chubby guy in a Saturn.
Shit.
That's a good cue because he's on the phone right now.
Oh, is he?
Jimmy!
Hi, guys.
There's my pal.
How are you?
Bob Kelly is
What's up,
killing
Jim?
today.
We miss you.
Is doing great. I can finally hear you guys, by the way.
All right.
It's nice.
Yeah, we got Wiki up from Washington. He's taking care of all the problems that we have.
I didn't even think about that. We haven't had one of those I can't hear you on the phones today.
No, Wiki's doing a great... Wiki's the dude that was looking over us yesterday.
People think you're saying Ricky funny.
Wiki.
But it's his name is...
Wiki.
His nickname is W-I-C-K.
Yeah. Oh, the guy who's kind of overseeing the whole operation.
Yeah.
Yeah, his nickname's Wiki.
He's saying Wiki like Terry.
Dude, you guys, fucking Fort Lauderdale is going to be a huge O&A market.
Really?
It's like there was my flight was 4 hours late last night. I was as fucking, and I get to the airport, I land. You know what a fucking Pete panic I am when it comes to getting to a gig on time.
Yep.
8 o'clock show. I land at 8:40.
Oh my God! You must have been losing your mind.
I was out of my mind, and I finally get to the baggage claim, and I call the guy. He's outside waiting for me. And the fucking fruit monkeys who were handling the baggage, 40 minutes to get my fucking luggage. So I finally get to the gig and I go on and they kind of held the show and it was probably over 100 O&A fans there.
Wow.
Which I was amazed because we didn't really do that much promotion for this gig. Fort Lauderdale's going to be a fucking huge market for you guys.
It's crazy. This whole thing is spreading a lot faster than we ever expected.
Dude, they're the same here as they are in Brooklyn or in Staten Island. It's the same retards everywhere, like a magnet drawn to this radio program.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you're getting good reviews too, man.
Cool, man.
Actually, great reviews. I shouldn't say good.
That's fine. I'm at the Hard Rock. I fucking hate it, dude. I fucking hate it here.
Why?
Just because the pillows were like rubber. You know those rubber Motel 8 pillows you have in a hotel?
Yeah.
I was on the phone at 2 o'clock in the morning just threatening the manager. I'm like, I'll talk bad about you guys on the radio because I do a country station this morning, which was atrocious.
Because of the pillows?
Dude, they're, it's like the type of thing you put on an old person when they're incontinent. I didn't fucking sleep on a rubber pillow.
Yeah.
Where?
They're like prison pillows.
Hey, dude, they're exactly like that. You can commit a homicide on this thing and run it into the sink and then give it to the next person.
That's hilarious. Jim, you have to listen to the show on your MiFi because the listeners send in all their remixes of the Pat O'Brien sex tapes.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, a couple of them did some really good work.
They're beyond funny. We also have Tyson Walter in studio.
Oh, cool. Hey, Tyson, what's up, man?
What's up, Jim? How you doing?
We're going to go see the Black Crows tonight here in New York.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, I'm
hey,
sorry.
is Vinny quarterbacking next year? You don't know.
Vinny?
Testaverde.
No, I don't think he's going to. We've got Bledsoe.
You get Drew Bledsoe.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay, very nice.
They signed him to a couple.
I forgot. We got to talk about that a little bit.
3-year
later.
deal, so I think they're going to try and have him start since Bill knows him pretty well.
Oh, Bledsoe?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Because Vinny was getting up there. I was kind of a little annoyed they were going to keep him around.
Well, I mean, Vinny was a good dude. I mean, he knows his thing. I mean, that's the best thing you say about him. He's the ultimate pro, and he's a great guy. But Bledsoe's got him by about 10 years.
Does anybody else notice what a show-stopping asshole I am? I call up from Florida, and I'm trying to do a football interview. I really suck.
Jimmy, Eric just handed me Danny the intern's latest creation as far as the sex tapes go.
Okay.
It's you again. Listen to this. Hopefully you can hear it down the phone line.
Okay.
You hear that? Okay.
I'm so attracted to you. If you want to suck a cock, I want you to dye your hair blonde and put on a flame shirt. I want to rub your pussy with a loofah sponge. I just want to spank you and put nipple clamps on you. I want to lick your pussy. We'll have a hooker come over and she'll want us to eat her pussy, but we won't want to. So she'll give back 50 and then leave the room. If you agree with this, when the phone rings, pick it up and say hello.
End of message. To erase this message, press 7. To erase this message, press 7. To erase this message.
I like that little extra added thing at the end there.
Yeah,
I do too. He kind of played with the soundboard a little bit and got that little he's trying to arrest the dirty message but couldn't.
Yeah, that was the bit.
Very cool.
The other thing, Bob Kelly's giving us a little inside info as far as your Ozzy photo.
Oh, what about it?
Oh,
Well, because you guys live in the same building, and you drove him nuts, too, after you got your pictures with Ozzy.
He didn't drive me nuts. He called me immediately and was like, "Where are you? Where are you, dude? I got to show you something. Where are you? I'll be right there." And then he runs over. He lets me listen to this clip, but as I looked up, I was cool with it. I'm not infatuated with anybody like that, but I know how he is with Ozzy. But I looked up. He was actually looking off into the distance, almost like he was thanking God.
All dreamy.
Almost like you ever go to the mall at Christmas and you see a little kid just get off Santa's lap and they're still staring at Santa, like,
yeah,
it's
taken.
Santa.
Yeah.
And he just was staring up, and I was like, you are an official loser.
Why am I a loser? I was happy to meet my hero.
Yeah, but you were happy for 4 days.
Yeah, of course I was.
Starstruck ass.
I really was. I don't like your little fucking mall Santa analogy either. That was awful.
It was bad, wasn't it?
The little boy looks off into the distance and realizes he has a cum stain on the back of his pants.
Ah, shit. Who does this show every day? How you doing? Fucking Norton is on fire.
Norton, know what's funny?
What?
But I saw Bob Kelly through the window, and I'm like, "Hey, Bob, come on in." I give him the star treatment. He's like, "All right, what are you guys doing? When you're setting me up for something." I'm like, "No, man, you're sitting in for the big guy today. We're gonna give you the star treatment."
Yeah, I heard Ben called me before as I was coming back from this country station. He's like, "Yeah, dude, call in." He's like, "Bob is on fire." So of course, fucking Bob is funny, man.
I bought 2 newspapers, 3 magazines.
What's that?
A book on tape to wait to come in here.
They made you wait?
No, they brought me right in.
No, right in, because he's the star today. But I'm like, don't get too comfortable, because next time you come by and Norton's in that seat, you will wait that hour and a half again.
Oh, dude, a fucking Oprah's the worst. It's just to fuck with you. Like, you could come in next week and we could be looking for guys who are comedians with goatees that are bald, and you could be outside jumping up and down, and I'll be like, we got nobody here that fits that description.
He's shoving those truffles in his mouth like crazy.
They're fucking fantastic, man. I ate like 3 of them yesterday.
Yeah, I was saying off the air. I was saying you like the truffles, but the problem is you have to lay on your back and we have to drop them on your chest before he'll eat them.
You have to put them in the microwave for around 3 seconds.
Jimmy, also there's a guy, Dave, here. He made a Pat O'Brien scorecard. It's up on opieandanthony.com, and it's being sent all over the internet now. This thing is hilarious. It keeps track of all the crazy stuff that Pat's saying in that tape.
Dude,
Yeah.
that audio could be the greatest thing ever captured since the Zapruder film. There's nothing better than that fucking audio.
Just later on or before the show tonight, you have to check out the Flash animation. It's hilarious.
Hey, can I tell you how good the phone sound again? I can't get over how nice this is.
Yeah, when we get back from vacation, we're going to be set to take this to the next level.
And I got to tell you, I had a new friend show up at the show last night. I had gotten emails from this girl named Nikki who owns an escort service down here.
Oh, boy.
Dude, I mean a fucking escort service. And her and her boyfriend, she's dating this guy who used to do porn. Frankie Blue Jeans, I think his name is Frankie Blue Jeans. And they're fucking a couple. So I'm like, this is all bullshit. And then they show up at the gig, and she's going to give me an escort today.
Oh.
Dude, they're all 10s.
Really?
They're fucking nothing but porn girls.
He's
it's
freaking out.
Phenomenal.
See, now I got it all figured out.
What?
I'm sitting here listening to Jimmy on the phone. I'm like, he's never this happy. He's never this happy when he kills on stage. I'm like, what? I was seriously thinking in my head, all right, something's going on here. Now I know.
That's pretty much what it is. I got a fucking escort coming. And she was going to come last night, but because of my stupid flight delay, I had to shower because my fucking balls smelled like a swamp. So I'm like, I can't have this girl just meet me at the hotel until I shower. And it was too late. The girl had to do something. So today she'll come in the afternoon.
Oh, in the afternoon. Something. Yeah, fuck someone else. You had to do something.
Yeah. She'll eat somebody else's ass.
Dude, I don't care if she comes over with a log in her teeth. She is fucking phenomenal, the girl they're going to send me. I've seen her picture.
Really? So it's not like the last debacle with the fat whale that came to the room.
Oh, that awful disaster who didn't want to do anything. I gave back 50. No, that was just a nightmare. But it serves me right. That's what happens when you get involved in the game. I mean, you're going to have that once in a while.
But this is going to be the good payoff.
I think so, yeah. And they're not even looking for plugs. I'm like, what's the website again? Which I can't remember offhand. They're like, we don't care about the plugs.
Wow. Just want to treat Jimmy to some fun.
Dude, they want to keep it on the DL, as we say in the porn business. They don't care about the plugs. It's not what they're about. It's fucking, and she's amazingly hot. And they're sending me a fucking girl today. So I can't tell you, I'm all antsy and happy.
Are you going to tip her? Or you just take a freebie?
I'm like, what should I give her? And the girl's like, no, taken care of. Like, I was going to ask.
Wow.
A tip for these girls is probably a lot of money, man. I mean, more than I can afford, because these are girls that they fly over to, for sheiks and that type of shit. I mean, this is the real deal.
You should at least give her the hep or something.
Hey. She'll walk out with more than she came in with.
Yeah, she's going to leave with a tip, all right.
In 6 months, she's going to be amazed at she's wearing those clothes that used to fit her in grammar school. She's like, wow, I can't believe I dropped 40 pounds.
Hey, Fan Dick wants to say hi. Fan Dick.
Hey, what's up, guys?
You got Jimmy on the phone.
Jimmy, I never saw you before, and I thought you were funny on the show, man. But last night, you killed, dude.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Unbelievable.
I appreciate you guys sticking around. So the other comics were good, right? They all stretched and did a good job?
Yeah, those three that came before you, they warmed up everybody pretty good. But when you came out, man, I mean, guys, the guy just took over. He had people crying from start to finish, even the old people.
Yeah,
sounds like sex
they were really
with Jimmy.
Much better than I thought.
People crying, even the old people.
Yeah, there was 4 of them, and I'm doing my old old lady with the prosthetic legs, but I'm feeling guilty, and I'm trying to avoid eye contact with the fucking Estelle Getty in the front row. But yeah, you guys were great, man. And this is going to be a big market for Opie and Anthony, man. West Palm is a bit of an older crowd, they're in their 40s, but down here they're fucking just...
I say we sacrifice, and next winter we do all of our shows from Fort Lauderdale.
Dude, if you came down here during spring break, I'm like, you're going to be in Miami, right, before you go away?
I'm in Miami tomorrow, yeah.
How long are you going to be there for?
I'm there until Monday morning.
Oh, okay, because I'm actually I'm like 20 minutes from Miami.
Really?
Yeah, so if you're around, we'll talk when you get down here if you want to come to one of the shows. If you can, unless you guys are going out to eat.
Nice.
You should, dude. That'd
I'll
be cool.
get a car and drive up.
I think I'm pretty close to you. I thought Miami was like an hour from here.
No, it's really close.
But you should hear the country station I did this morning. It was nice, but they were so worried.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. How is it doing a country show?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's kind of like doing a hip hop station, basically, as far as the draw.
Yeah.
They were like a husband-wife team. They were very nice, but they have no delay button at all.
Oh, and they must have really been nervous.
I freaked out the producer because I'm like, look, can I say cunt if I use it as an adjective?
Oh, no. They don't even laugh at jokes like that. No way.
Dude, they didn't even... I talked about Opie Anthony XM. He's like, wait a minute, you're from that show in New York that caused all that controversy with, Opie and Anthony. I'm like, yeah, we're on XM. It's great. But they wouldn't let me talk about XM. He's like, they're the competition. But they were actually... They were very nice. They were just too nervous that I was going to say something. And I mentioned the fact that there was all auto dealerships and kind of porn shops down here.
Yeah.
And they thought that was kind of pushing the envelope a little.
A little risque for their audience, yeah.
Yeah, but they were cool, man. It was just their audience is all fucking families and.
I was gonna say I'm amazed they even had you on.
I am too, but everyone's on vacation down here, so they couldn't get me any rock stations. And Joel said, "Well, we get you a hip hop station." I'm like, "I'm not. You have a better chance of me just standing on the club with a fucking tin can and talking through that. I'm not going to a fucking hip hop station and facing that racial aggression. I'm not doing it. I just won't do it. I'm not going to draw. You know, fucking 8 gang members are going to show up and think I was really funny. The self-deprecation.
Oh my God! Any nice racist talk when the mics were off at the country station?
No. This guy was in Chicago. These guys have been all. He's not like a complete hillbilly. They just wound up down here doing like a country morning family show. So no, not really. Although I got to confess, I'm fucking on the way home. The club manager's driving me home, and you know that club version of Bryan Adams' Heaven?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, it came on and I was enjoying it, but maybe. Yeah, it really was.
Just enjoying and Bryan Adams in the same sentence.
Dude, I think I'm a faggot. I like Jenny from the Block. I downloaded it from fucking Napster.
Oh, he's listening to J-Lo's Jenny on the Block.
Only that one song, though. I don't go with the gay ones. Just that one.
Yeah, don't go with the gay ones.
How do you came to it through that song, not cruising the meatpacking district, never tipped you off?
Well, look, if you're rubbing someone's back, it's not gay because you can always pretend that it's somebody else. Well, you're dancing to Jenny on the Block. You just can't pretend it's anything but fucking
I'm still Jenny on the Block. What, she's talking about how she made it and...
Yeah, and it's kind of like me.
Jimmy.
Like, you know, don't judge the logs that I got.
Do you want to sing along, Jimmy, or what?
What's that?
You want to sing along here?
It's playing in the background. Do you hear
I don't know the lyrics.
Oh, that was the long version.
We don't want the dance mix.
Is there any way, like, when they queue up those songs, to kind of fast forward through them, or you just got to kind of play the whole thing?
Well, let's listen to this. Go.
Eric? Yes.
Uh-oh.
Eric is
choking under pressure.
LOX,
What is this?
J-Lo,
Yeah?
Yo, we off the block this year. Went from a low to a lot this year. Everybody mad at the rocks that I wear.
I know where I'm going and I know where I'm from. You hear lots in the air.
Yeah, we at the airport out. D-block from the block where everybody...
Who this guy is?
With a new white...
I'm sure he's an upstanding gentleman.
Yeah, but it's not Jenny.
Well, he opens the song.
Oh, he does?
Of course, then Jenny comes in.
I know nothing about this fucking song.
Norton knows.
Oh, there's Jenny from the Block. Jimmy, do you have fantasies that you're Jim Lowe? You're hooked up with her. And
he's Jim Blow.
You're in the videos with her.
Yeah, and I'm wearing a cape, and we just hate Jimmy Norton.
Of course you do.
And she says, I don't care about the frosted hairdo that I got. I'm just Helen from the Block. And then I'm raped by whoever really did it in childhood, but I just can't remember.
Jenny pushes you down the stairs and then cuddles you and tells you it's okay.
Yeah, she hugs me and loves me, and we watch Jersey Girl together, and then she shits on my face.
There you go.
All right, well, that's one.
Enchilada on your face.
Very funny. Keith from Yonkers is asking me if I'm going to rent a Bentley to go up to see Jimmy.
Probably.
I rented a Mercedes in Beverly Hills. Of course, I'll get a Bentley.
Dude, I wanted to call you guys
jackasses
last
on this
night.
show.
I was so fucking psyched about the reaction down here for O&A to see WOW shirts in Fort Lauderdale, and it was amazing. Man.
Here's me pulling up to Jimmy's gig.
Hey, Wang, we're late for the show.
Yeah, that's great. If it's that close, man, if it's only 20 minutes, I'll pop in.
It's right there. It's right there, Ant. You should stop by and say hi.
I'm actually in, I think southern, I think it's Hollywood, which is like southern Fort Lauderdale. Hollywood, which I think is the southern end of Fort Lauderdale. I'm not that familiar with it, but I mean, it's close to Miami. I was surprised.
Cool. My ship leaves on Monday morning, so I got plenty of time.
Maybe off air, if Ben could give me a password, 'cause I don't remember mine. I want to listen to the show online, 'cause I don't have my MiFi with me. I fucking forgot it. So I want to go on and listen to it before I go back to bed.
All right. I'm trying to remember my password.
Okay,
yeah, we'll figure it out. Jimmy, the HBO information before we let you go.
Okay, it's if you want tickets, the HBO special, it tapes in New York. It tapes on April 26th, which is a Tuesday night. There's 2 shows. And I fought really hard to get this pre-sale thing up, even though the tickets are free for Opie and Anthony fans. So Jim Norton at BroadwayVideo.com. That is Jim Norton at BroadwayVideo.com. Send them an email with your name, and they will give you back information on how to get tickets. But these are free tickets, and they're probably going to go quick.
Who else is doing it with you, Jim?
I'm doing the first show with Kevin Brennan.
Oh, cool.
And the Late Show, I don't know if there's anybody on it. I'm not sure how they're doing the Late Show. It might just be me. I'm not sure.
We're all going to be there, too.
Oh, yeah, I want to come in. It's going to be fucking great.
Which means we're going to be really tired the next day, but that will make for some fun radio, too.
Yeah, you guys are going to be pretty much just going from the venue right into the station, cranky, and having seen the same dog shit act twice. All right, I'll talk to you guys this week, and Ant, I'll probably see you down here. And all right, Bobby, I'll talk to you when I get back.
Jimmy, I'll talk to you, buddy.
All right, just give me Ben off here.
Yeah, hold on the line.
Bye, boys.
There he goes, Jim Norton.
Richie Rico here from the Poconos says, Ant, the Bentley was a Ben Affleck reference, you dope. Excuse me, I rented a very expensive car in Beverly Hills, and I do believe that's what the guy was talking about, that I'm going to rent a Bentley to go up to see Jimmy. Whether it was tied into some other Ben Affleck joke, that would be a peripheral little thing. The main root of the humor there was the fact that I rent expensive cars when I go out. Richie Rico. What's his email?
No, don't give me the email. Don't.
All right, I won't say tooextreme@hotmail.com.
You got to
TOOX.
You got to calm down a little bit.
TOOX.
Give the guy a little bit of a break, huh?
What? So you get a couple of emails from our listeners with maybe some big hairy man cock pictures attached to them.
All right, Anthony. The Pat O'Brien sex tapes.
Yes.
More remixes from the listeners when we get back. Also, we have another thing we got to talk to Dee Dee about. Cricket.
What?
She's sending a demo because she wants to be part of this high voltage channel.
Yes, she does.
And
I don't think she's high voltage material, though. She's good for the show, but to carry her own program?
Yeah, she'll be part of our show no matter what. I don't know. There's something very interesting on her demo tape, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we already learned that she likes to black out. She also got married to some counterfeit dude
from England.
There's another great Dee Dee story that has been unearthed.
Pops up on that?
Yes.
Nice.
So hopefully we'll get her on the phone today.
Sorry,
Bob
dude.
Kelly sitting in
Why
for
are you
Norton.
feeling me
I
up?
didn't, man.
What the hell is wrong with
What
you?
are you doing,
He's
Bob?
caressing my fucking arm.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, my God.
What were you doing?
Hey, listen.
Did you just reach over and start feeling
easy.
her?
Don't do that. No, dude, you know that, shit.
What?
I was sitting here like this, and I
started
accidentally,
stroking me like I was
his
a
arm was here, and
12-inch
I touched his
seed.
arm by accident. And we both ignored it for like a half a second, like looked straight ahead.
Yeah.
But then we both looked at the same time. It was like the gayest moment of my life.
And On the Wings of Love started
And
playing
then-
in the background.
On the wings of love.
Why are you touching it? Why are you that close to
I
him?
did it. My hand slipped. My hand
there
got a little
goes
greasy.
again. What?
But you know what? What is that? I touched your arm and there's
It's
like,
from my. It's rubbing from my.
is that gonna
fucking
fucking
thing.
come on me?
Yeah, it is.
It's
Why?
a guy. He's injured from football.
It's from
Oh,
my-
that's your thing. All right.
Got
All
a
right.
cast
I thought you got
thing
it.
on.
I thought I touched you and that
You know, I
happened.
got a little HIV.
Nah.
Not everybody has some STD. Bobby.
Everybody I know. I hang out with Patrice, Colin, and Norton. There's a whole mixture of stuff in there.
Someone actually gets it by being a man and playing football. Playing football, not having sex with sleazebags.
Without a condom next to your friend.
Let's not be hasty and.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to touch you, man. I didn't do it on purpose.
It wasn't that bad.
Oh, please, let me tell you
Make me
something.
yell, it's getting hot in here.
Drew, get us out of here.
Oh. I'm starting to get hot. Oh. I'm starting to get hot. Oh, no, I'm going to give up my virginity. I'm a sport. Maybe take a little cock right into my mouth. It must hurt. Maybe take it in the rear. Maybe bang me up the ass. That's what they call me. She's a freak. That's what they call me. a freak. What do you want me to do? I'm gonna be facing the wall. What do you want me to do? I've always wanted a juicy cock. Put it between the boobs. I'm into the TFing. Put it between the boobs. Put it in the pits. Put it in the pits. My favorite oral treat. My favorite eating cock. I'm hungry for a big, fat, juicy cock. After I whack your bag, whack your bag, whack your bag, whack your bag. Shoot your big wad of cum right into my mouth. That's what they call me. She's a freak. That's what they call me. Oh, God. After I suck you off, I want you to bang me up the ass. I'm hungry for a hard male cock. Stick your huge cock in my tight ass. That's scaring me. I take it in the rear. I'm a freak. That's what I was taught. I got a big juicy cock from Ben the other day. Oh, I like the banana. Oh, God. I like the banana. I'm a freak. I enjoy having sex with a guy. I enjoy cum in my mouth. I enjoy cock between the boobs. I enjoy cock in my tight ass. That's what they call me. She's a freak. That's what they call me. She's a freak.
And Anthony Show. 202.
The band is coming back. Hoorah! 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 The band is coming back. Hoorah! Hoorah!
Wow.
That's crazy.
You see how he does that? Drew Boogie in studio helping us out today just before vacation. A little over an hour and we're out of here, man.
Wow, really?
I smell a Jim Brewer bit coming soon.
I know, chomping over here to get out.
For the old schoolers out there, they know what that means.
I got a nap. I need napping. I'm going to completely screw my sleep schedule up today. Today. I'm going home, going right to bed. I'm sleeping till, I don't know, maybe, probably 5 or 6. Then I'll wake up, stay up until all hours, and start that schedule.
Like you used to do.
Late night, like the old days.
All right, Anthony, we got to get right back into the Pat O'Brien sex tapes. The listeners sent in a lot of remixes.
Yep.
So far, we've heard some really good ones.
Very
good ones.
Very funny.
This next one is kind of so-so, Steve is saying on this list. So we'll listen and we'll stop it when we hate it.
Yeah, if they're bad, you'll know. We'll stop.
Fucking sexy. I want to fucking go crazy with you. So,
You keep saying you got something
I want
for
to
me.
fucking go crazy with you.
Something you call love.
Here climb up, people like old people thought.
You've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin'. And now someone else is getting all your best.
I don't get it.
No?
I don't get it. Why is he playing Your Boots Are Made? Is that like the only CD he had in his house or something? He puts that on and then...
You can use 99 Luff balloons over the front. What the hell does that mean? Nancy Sinatra? What's wrong with you?
What the hell was that? I'm like, all right, we'll give it a shot. Nancy Sinatra? Okay, maybe he's got something. He's going with something here, but no.
All right.
That was awful.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to go back and forth like the?
Yeah, and then he's playing it over the vocals.
Yeah, it's just
you can't even understand any of it, and then he throws in a Full Metal Jacket clip to really fuck the whole thing up.
All right, well, let's try the next one. We're going to get the best ones up on FoundryMusic.com and OpieandAnthony.com.
Save message Sunday 7:09
Oh, yeah.
p.m.
Oh, yeah.
You're so fucking hot. I want to lick your pussy and suck your tits. But you have to be in the bed, man. Go bed to your answer her. I want to fucking watch you eat that cheese and lick your ass. I don't do this for living. It's like good to me. I But yeah, wait. I'm so fucking in, dude. It's incredible. Please leave me a voicemail. Go to the bathroom and leave me a voicemail. Bye.
You have no more messages.
Yeah, all right. I was getting a little angry, a little talking over the vocals and stuff, but wow.
Like how we hung in there on that one.
That was good.
Very good. That one could easily be on the websites. Very good.
Yeah, he was almost losing me at the beginning.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right, let's go to the next one. This is Joe's remix.
I'm so fucking in, dude. It's incredible. I want to fucking fuck dirty you, watch you investigating each other, hire another.
People are still having sex.
I want to lick you from seeing suck your tits.
Lust keeps on lurking.
I want to fucking make you come.
Nothing makes them stop.
I want you badly, I know you want me.
This AIDS thing's not working.
I want to fucking fuck you.
People are still having sex.
And suck your tits.
It's been going on for quite a while.
I'm so fucking into you.
Perhaps it's quite fashionable.
But I want to fucking make it crazy.
It hasn't gone out of style.
Sex. You're so fucking hot.
That was a good one.
Very good.
Wow, another good one.
That's
That
gonna
was a
be
good song.
That's gonna be at all the gay clubs. It's just gay guys dancing like this.
Bubbles all
Just
around.
a bunch of shirtless fucking homos.
Nice visual for the radio, by the way.
When you say a bunch of gay guys dancing like this, you don't need a visual.
No, you don't.
Everyone knows
you
what
know
you're
they're,
talking about.
they're shirtless and their hands are in the air and they're just pumping their hips.
By saying that, you know it means looking nothing like a heterosexual man dancing.
Yeah.
It's the gayest thing you can imagine.
It means dancing good.
That was really funny.
That was a good song for it. It had like a vocal part and then a quiet part so we could add in
All right.
the clips.
We're on a roll. We're on a roll with the remixes from the listeners. Let's go to another one here.
Remember when everything the listeners sent in used to blow?
Oh, yeah.
They've gotten so much better.
Technology.
Yep. And they kind of get the show a little more.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just don't get the show and send in something wacky or stupid. Or no, they kind of get it.
Well,
They're learning along with everybody else.
Before, they probably had to actually know how to play an instrument and put it on tape and then cut it. Now they can just get like an
right on
Apple.
the computer, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Garage band.
Here we go with the next one.
Hello? Uncle Sexy. I want to fucking go crazy with you. So, I want to fucking go crazy with you. What are you trying to kid me now? You're so fucking hot. And I want to get you. Johnny Lingus? I want you to suck my cock. Yeah, come over here. I'll suck you, prick. Suck your tits. Why don't you tell me where you are or come over and I'll score you. You tell me where you are and I'll come over. But you have to be in the Betsy. I told Betsy that you answer her. Who? I want you badly. I know you want me. Why don't you come down, you yellow son of a bitch, you motherfucker bum? But you have to be in the Betsy, too. Tell you? I want to fucking eat you and fuck you and suck your tits and watch you eat Betsy and lick your ass. Fill my ass. Just fucking have sex and fun, drugs, fuck and eat. Go crazy. Bye.
Very good. Red.
That was good, man.
It was Red from Two Bar.
Wow.
God damn.
That is really funny. Let's say hi to Waldo in Philly. Waldo.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
It's been, 3 days now, I think? Same bit, 3 days. Is this a new record?
Come on.
This bit has
no,
many layers, my
I'm
friend.
going on vacation. I really do. But this has been ridiculous. I know every word the guy says.
Yeah, but look, it's a different layer, like Opie said. Now it's adding
Waldo.
it. Now it's funny because you're getting calls like Red.
Waldo, don't wreck our buzz. If you're not getting the mixing that's going on here with other sources, then go somewhere else today, because this is it doesn't get any funnier than listening to the old lady and Pat O'Brien going at it here.
Yeah. You're fired from the show, Waldo. You're fired.
Goodbye.
Leave the program.
Yeah, go listen to
Beating it
1010s, you ass.
Beating it into the ground would be just playing the Pat O'Brien sex tapes over and over again without anything else, right?
Come on, Red.
Phil Myers?
Where? Who?
Come
Listen to that all day.
Yeah, come on over. I'll suck your prick.
That's classic.
My cunt stinks.
All right, we'll try another one here, Anthony. Waldo's still listening, by the way. He ain't going anywhere.
He is.
Hello?
You're so fucking hot. And I want to eat you. I don't want you to suck my cock.
Why?
You're so fucking hot.
You hold on.
I want to fucking go crazy with you. So, I want to fucking go crazy with you.
No.
And I want to eat you.
No.
I don't want you to suck my cock. And then fuck you.
Don't do that. Don't do what you told me.
I don't want my girlfriend to eat you. It's so fucking hot. You are fucking hot. Let's do it.
No. No.
I want to lick your pussy and suck your tits.
No, you don't.
Well, that's it. You're into her.
I'm breaking out in a sweat here.
I want to fucking watch you eat Betsy and lick your ass.
Where can I call you?
Please leave me a voicemail. Go to the bathroom and leave me a voicemail. Bye.
Is that the actual phone call?
Yeah, really. That was from the Hi Mom, I'm in Porno prank call that we did a while back.
By the way, a ton of people calling in and instant feedback and saying they just can't get enough of the remixes.
Yeah.
Fuck Waldo, this rules. Slider from Minnesota. Thank you, Slider.
That wasn't bad. A couple of funny lines in that one.
Well, they're not all going to be winners. Like this next one, it says right on the list here, Stalker Patty sex call. It's bad.
Oh, really?
The guy tried, but... Well, let's. Here's an example of one that maybe didn't work.
Saved message Sunday, 7:09 p.m.
Patty, it's me. I want you so bad, baby. Yeah, I just want to suck on your nipples.
Oh.
Yeah, I need it, baby. I really need it. I'd love to take that stank virginity away from your old
You
ass.
loser didn't even use the call.
Where's the Patty audio?
Baby, let me cover you in chocolate.
This guy's just jerking off in front of a video camera.
Sounds like Patrice jerking off and eating cake.
That's awful.
All right, well.
Wow, that was really bad.
That was
Didn't
kind of
even
a
use the
bummer.
sound clips.
We got to end up on an up note here. We got a couple more. Let's try this one.
Let's have fun. Let's get crazy. You know you want me. Let's have fun. Let's just fucking have fun. I want to fucking go crazy.
Sunday, 7:28 p.m.
Yes, bitches. Let's get crazy. Go crazy.
Yeah, it's just a mix. Not worthy.
That's actually good.
Yeah, it's like a regular mix.
Yeah,
with
you can listen to
clip
that
put
club.
Yeah, the problem is it's going from left to right, and I think people are going to start emailing going, dude, I can't hear that.
I couldn't hear it, but, yeah.
All right.
One
more, and then we'll agree with Waldo.
Let's just fucking have sex and fun. Bugs.
Okay.
Fuck me. Go crazy. Bye.
I just called to say
You're so fucking hot. I fucking want fucking make you crazy.
I just called to say how much I care.
I'm so fucking into you. It's incredible.
I just called to say
I want to fucking suck your tits. Watch you eat Betsy and lick your ass.
and I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
God, you're so fucking hot.
Good.
All right, we ended up on an up note, thank God.
Hilarious.
See, right to the point, quick, nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Funny.
Some of these guys are sending in like 4 or 5 minute remixes. That was good.
Someone said, stop that fucking audio clip. It's the worst. His voice sounds like my drunk uncle.
I'll
That
do
guy-
it.
Creep.
All right.
Very good. Good job, people.
Good job.
Oh, shit. Poor Pat.
Mike in Staten Island, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Listen, I just wanted to say to Tyson, good luck with Drew Bledsoe. I'm a Bills fan, and I had enough of him.
And also,
Wow.
I have a radio show for you that sucks. It's called The Howard Stern Show.
Oh.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Wow,
hey,
he's trying.
Hey, Bob.
You're not gonna get me, dude. I'm dumb,
ahead.
but not that dumb. Go ahead.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
What's up, dude?
You're good, Bob. You're awesome, Bob. I think you're great.
Go ahead.
I think you're great too.
Yeah, well, I think you're a good comedian.
I think you're a great person and an individual.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Hey, Anthony, I have another question for you, actually. What happened to Dice? You don't do him no more.
Yeah, I do occasionally.
Well, I mean, not do him. I mean,
understand.
you don't have him on the show.
This guy's got the
I know.
nervous breathing
I
thing
know.
going and everything.
Are you doing
hey,
this-
guys?
We'll get Dice back on the phone, and Ant's been doing some dice.
Hey, what business is it of yours anyway, jerk off, okay?
I like when you fight with yourself.
Hey, asshole.
He's all nervous.
All right,
I
Mike.
love that. Hey, Bob, you're really great. And you're waiting for he's waiting for you to say, yeah, thank you, so he could go, not me, I mean you.
No, I was actually gonna try to hang up on them. But
Of course you were.
We were on to you, sir.
Hey, I listened to the show too, ass.
Yo, you guys rock. See you guys later. Oh,
Thank
and they
you,
rock.
Mike.
Take it easy,
All right,
man.
Mike.
All right, bye-bye.
Staten Island, those fumes getting to him.
Thank you. Want to talk to Dee Dee yet?
Is she on the phone?
Yeah, Dee Dee's on the phone.
What does she look like?
She's our latest creation.
Dee Dee.
She looks like she sounds.
She's hot.
Dee Dee.
She looks like she sounds. Dee Dee!
Hi.
How are you, Dee Dee?
I'm fine. How are you guys? Hi, Bill. Where?
What's going on, Dee Dee?
Not much. Just doing my traffic.
Yeah, we miss you.
I miss you guys, too. You guys rock.
How's traffic in Chicago today?
It's, for the most part, it's okay. I think it's because it's Good Friday.
Good Friday. A lot of people don't go to work, and it cuts down on that commute. Very
Yeah.
good. Thank you, Dee Dee.
Dee Dee, I got to ask you about the UPS guy. What's that about? UPS guy. Oh, the UPS guy? What?
The UPS guy.
I always say UPS, though.
You ever see that channel called Bet?
I like one.
I always called it the UPS guy, though. What's up with the UPS guy?
I don't know.
You got a little UPS scandal?
Not really.
Wait, Eric sent us down this road. What's going on with the UPS guy?
How would Eric know about it? I don't even know Eric.
He knows
UPS
you.
guy. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Where do I start?
This girl has so many stories.
Well, when I recently moved into the place that I'm moving out of now, I wasn't in a relationship at the time.
Yeah.
And my UPS guy was kind of cute. So for about a month, I was flirting and invited him in one morning for coffee, thinking coffee, tea, or me. And, 10 minutes later, we were going at it and kind of had a little fling with my UPS dude.
Wow.
Oh my!
Did he have the brown shorts on and the brown legs?
Yeah, he had his shorts on.
He had his shorts on. How did you make the move? You invite him in for tea.
I was for like a month. I was flirting with him.
Like how?
Whenever he would bring a package, just talk, for a little bit. Just
wow.
regular conversation.
This is a big package. I love big packages, things like that.
Did you have like a titty hanging out of your nightgown when you bent
No,
down?
I was just making small talk, and then one day I'm like,
Yeah, but Bob's onto something. Did you dress sexy when he was coming to the door?
No, it was always just casual.
Were you in a robe?
No,
With no
I didn't want to make
panties?
it obvious.
Did you sign that big electronic pad thing he has with your mouth? You grab the pen out of his hand with your mouth and just suck the pen?
No.
Did you
Did
sign?
you sign it, I want to fuck you? That's kind of a hint.
But I think he got the clue, though, after a while.
Yeah?
Of course. I mean, why did he come in?
God, this girl is the best.
So you invite him in for tea, and then for coffee?
Coffee. Yeah.
So did you have the coffee?
Yeah, I actually had the coffee.
And then how did you go from having coffee and flirting for a while to actually doing it? Who made the actual move that
We're
sealed
just
the
kind
deal?
of sitting there on the couch, and it just kind of, how it just happens when it's going to happen.
So
It
you're
just-
sitting. No, someone had to make the move.
No, it never just happens.
And I don't think UPS guy made the first move because he probably has a rule against that. And God forbid something happen. So what you had to do something. What did you do?
Oh my God!
And was
I want to know who told you about this.
You put your hand on his leg?
Well, we were just sitting there talking. I just
On the couch, a chair, a
on
table?
the couch, on
the couch.
my living room couch.
On the living room couch. So you're sitting pretty close together?
Yeah.
He had his little brown shorts on?
What'd you have on? Did you do that? Jesus. Christ, I just lost my boner with... Welcome back. What were you wearing?
I was just wearing jeans and a T-shirt.
Jeans and a T-shirt.
No bra, right?
No, I had a bra on.
Oh, you had a bra on.
What size are you?
I'm not going to say. Anyway,
Did it start with a touch or a kiss?
A touch.
So you...
He knew. I'm pretty sure he's a smart guy, and he figured it out
Was
when
it
he was coming in the door.
Was it a touch? Did he, a touch to your neck? Did he strangle you? Or
No, I touched him on the leg.
All right, so
there
you
you
did.
go.
You reached over and kind of rubbed his leg?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Did you see his mule harden and kind of come out the end of the shorts?
Okay.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did he he grabbed it and fixed it so it kind of was down the side, and it was so it could the top of the helmet could just slip out.
He had a nice display going.
Isn't that great when you're sitting? You ever been sitting waiting for your fucking package from UPS?
Yeah,
that's why. Idling in front of her house.
He's banging Dee Dee.
Fantastic. Thanks.
All right, so you touched his leg, then what?
Oh, my God. It just kind of went from there, and I'm sure you guys can figure it. I can't go into detail.
Was he white? Was he black? Puerto Rican?
He was Caucasian.
White?
He's a white guy. Did you go upstairs or was it on the couch?
It was right there on the couch, so
Right
my roommates
there.
could have walked in at any minute, too.
Wow, that is filthy.
So from the moment you touched his leg until intercourse, how much time went by?
I'd say he was probably there for about 40 minutes.
You're lying.
No.
Lunch hour.
He can't. He can't. It's a UPS guy. He's got 100 packages to deliver. You're telling me he stayed 40? I mean, look, pussy's great, but I'm not going to get fired.
Hey, did he ever come over when you weren't there and leave? Try to fuck you at 1:15 today. We'll attempt another fucking tomorrow.
A yellow slip on your
Little
door.
yellow slip tacked to it. Picture of his cock on it.
Or what time you can pick it up later in the day.
Leave with roommate.
Yeah, I left it with your roommate.
Check her belly.
Wow.
Wow, you are a slut.
I went on the internet and I started ordering, buying a lot of things.
Every day another delivery, right?
That's what Sean in Staten Island is saying on the phones. How much shit was Dee ordering every day?
A few packages.
What were you ordering?
Just things like, well, it was October, so I was thinking holidays, right?
Yeah.
So Christmas, hello, you got to order a lot of presents.
Sure you do.
So
hey, Rev wants to know if he poked you in the brown.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I know.
That's when she's really enjoying herself.
You get your sinuses fixed. Hey, Dee Dee, you sound really hot.
Oh.
I just want to tell you that. This is Bob, by the way.
Sorry, I was distracted by stupid Ellen DeGeneres dancing again. Oh.
Dee Dee, did you? Is that the only time you had sex with him?
no, a few times for a while.
How
on
many?
and off.
How many times did you have sex with him?
I don't know. I didn't. For a few months,
Yeah.
on and off.
I'm getting reports that you gave the postman a hand job. Is that true? No?
How many free pizzas did you get from Domino's, you whore?
Oh, God.
I'm kidding.
So it was a couple of times. How did it end?
It kind of just.
He went to
I
FedEx.
just, it just ended.
It just ended?
Did he spank you, or did you whip him? Any of that?
Oh, God.
Any of that kinky stuff?
Maybe.
Oh, she likes to be spanked, and she likes to do the spanking.
Not all the time, just with certain people.
And her safe word is green.
Green.
Did he have to scan your pussy before you guys actually had sex?
Hey, Dee Dee, I got to ask you something. Now, and be honest, did he wash up before he left?
What do you mean? Like, did he, he washed his hands and stuff before he went into his car.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
He
just
went to the
wondering, because,
bathroom.
you got to grab that pen from him and sign. I'm just wondering if, like, a pube is on there. You're wondering where the hell that
Did
came
he
from.
have protection? I mean, was he, ready for?
Good question.
Was he loaded for bear from the go? I mean, was he, ready, or did you have protection? I mean,
Condoms,
was it safe,
or did you
were
just
you
go
going for the gold?
Responsible person. Always wrap that willy before you get.
So you were ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know
You
he's got
puff us
package
out.
wrap in his truck anyways. He just ran out there and wrapped his dick in plastic.
Wow.
You know the classy girls that have a box of condoms next to their couch.
He stuck
Wrapped in brown paper and
Yeah.
twine.
He did, yeah. He got a UPS sticker and just stuck it on the end of his hog.
He's leaking clear stuff for the rest of the route.
Oh, God. Yeah, what kind of wet spot on those brown shorts? Walks up to the next door. This big, nasty wet spot, dark brown on his pants.
The dog
Oh,
sniffing his
fuck is
leg.
that?
Get down. Get down.
Oh. Jesus.
That's great, Dee Dee.
Yeah, and it was, I wasn't in the relationship,
What the hell, right?
Gotta get your needs met, right?
Well, I guess so. You certainly did. Any other delivery people or?
No,
or
he was my first.
That was your first and your last?
I don't know.
Oh, hey, huh?
Who else?
If I run into another sexy one, you never know.
Oh, okay.
UPS guys apparently have sex all the time.
You want to go to that
That's what
guy?
they're saying.
Let's go to this
Maybe
guy.
this is the guy.
Hold on 1 second, Dee Dee.
What?
We got a former UPS guy on the line.
Oh, shit.
Tom, what's up?
Yo.
Hey, Tom.
This girl is speaking the truth, all right? I worked for UPS on Staten Island for a little over a year, and let me tell you something. The best part about that freaking job, because it sucked, was banging the chicks on my route. I covered 2 routes. I was banging on New Dorp Lane, Travis Avenue, side of the West Shore Expressway. That's the best part about that fucking job.
And it was just steady bangings?
What's that?
And it was just
And he
steady?
said, yeah, I had this one chick on the side, like 3 or 4 times in 6 months. But, I mean, there was about, I'd say, 8 different chicks, man. I mean, and, all different ages, from fucking young 20s to, late 30s. The housewives, all they do is order this Land's End and QVC shit. It's fucking amazing.
Hey, Dee Dee, you didn't have to file a claim because he damaged a box or anything, right?
No.
No, your box was always fine after you left it?
Hey, Dee Dee, when you come up, man, I still have some old uniforms, and, you sound kind of cute, so, they come up there and, give you a special delivery.
Hey, Tom, did these ladies dress sexy at the door and all that?
Some of them, early morning, you get in there 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. They just get the kids off to school. They're wearing sweats or whatever. There was this one girl, and I mean, I didn't get to bang it, but I wanted to bang it. She would come out. I'd always get her when she'd just get home from the gym or go into the gym. Always wearing the tight fucking spandex and the tits hanging out. Oh, God, it was unbelievable.
All right, Pat O'Brien, calm down.
Yeah, seriously.
Listen, big nice tits hanging out. I want to
Yeah, well,
fuck
the
you.
difference between me and Pat O'Brien is that I was actually banging these chicks.
All right, Tom, thank you.
I used to
No,
bang.
bro. Hey, have a good vacation.
We appreciate it. Thanks.
I used to bang. I used to work for D'Angelo's. You ever Boston? You remember D'Angelo's subs, right? In Boston?
Yeah.
I used to deliver, and I used to have chicks actually would order the same thing every Wednesday or on a Tuesday, and I'd show up and they'd just want to fuck me and suck.
Like a porno movie.
Yeah, you just show up and I had that green D'Angelo thing on and
that's
the
sexy.
hat and the windbreaker, little poncho.
Did you have something on your antenna of your car to say that you were a delivery guy?
It was actually one on the window. The one that went on the window, it said D'Angelo's.
That just spells winner.
I used
If you're
to
driving your car and it's got any kind of food delivery little flyer in the window or something.
I used to take it and throw it off before I'd run. He'd run out the manager. You have to put this on your window, and I'd throw it off the window.
Have some pride. That Captain Hook uniform is part of our image. Those boys down at IBM expect you to be...
Hey, let's say hi to Danny. What's up, Danny?
Hey, boys, I just got this picture of Dee Dee sitting home at night watching QVC yelling at the operator, "Send it, Rush! Send it, Rush delivery!"
delivery.
Punch it out, boys. Good to have you back.
Thanks, Danny.
Dee Dee did it the hard way. She just had to send empty packages to herself, and she'd be, she could have did it easier.
That's true. Mail empty boxes to herself.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's cheaper than an escort, I guess.
Or she could have just said, "Hey, why don't you come by on your lunch break and I'll fuck you every afternoon."
Yeah, there you go.
That's a little cheaper.
I catch the other end of the spectrum because I work for DHL, as you know. So on my route, there's the FedEx guy who's buff, and then there's the post office guy who's buff down in my area. So both these guys make me look bad. So all the women, they go to all the same people I go to. So when I get to these women, they look at me, they're like, "Oh, you twerk, get the fuck out of here."
You should mix in front of them.
Oh yeah.
That'd turn them on.
Oh yeah, that'll
Pull
really
your
get them
truck
wet.
up, open up the back, start mixing. Yeah.
With every hot chick story though, from delivering stuff, there's some you have to walk in on old ladies sometimes and they're shitting on the toilet. Honestly, they'll just keep the door open. You're like, I used to deliver flowers and they come in and they just be sitting there with their naked on the toilet, just trying to take a shit.
Oh wow!
And they'd be like, "Just put it over there. Could you help?" Ugh.
Bob, could you hand me the toilet paper?
Where?
Where?
It's over there.
Under the sink.
It's underneath my tit. I got it. I'm sorry.
I need some preparation H for my hemorrhoid. Bob, could you apply it and leave the package over there?
Bobby.
Where? Over there.
Bobby, my pussy's hanging on the floor. I don't know how it got there. Could you please call my son?
I was doing a courtesy flush and I accidentally flushed my uterus down the bowl. It was hanging out. I have 18 children. Could you please grab the cord and throw it over my shoulder? Yeah. The UPS guy's coming. I gotta get ready, Bob.
Hey, you know, Duke from Jersey makes a good point. He wants to know if Dee was getting her domination gear delivered.
Oh, there you go. Some of those riding crops, ball
it.
gags.
All right, well, Dee, this wasn't the reason we got you on the phone today, though. This was just a nice This was a nice little bonus story.
Yeah, this will be, yeah.
You gave us an air check.
Oh, God.
It's called Two Chicks and a Dick. You're trying to work a new radio show, right?
Yeah.
And on your demo tape, you talk about an old boyfriend.
Yeah.
That went gay after he was with you.
Wow.
Well, he went gay. Well, he told me a few years later after we weren't together anymore. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So he was gay and just kind of trying to figure out if he could cure himself or something?
I guess so. I don't know. He realized he was gay, wanted to swing the bat the other way.
Huh. But he was gay already when he was with you?
I'm thinking, like, if usually, I think they usually are, and they just don't know it yet.
Last ditch effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
I don't know.
Take another stab at this.
I was depressed about that, though. It made me so sad.
Did you think you turned him gay or something?
I don't know. I mean, that's conceited, but I'm like, I wonder if I did something. But I'm sure, no, he was born that way.
Absolutely. I blame all women. Fucking
your fault.
You stink wrinkled, turn the guy over to a fucking a nice penis. Poor guy.
When you're so bad that a man has to look at a hairy man's ass and go, I'd rather have that, that's sad.
Jesus.
That is really
Why does it have
sad.
to be hairy?
It's a man's ass.
Why can't we make it nice?
Nice?
How do you make it nice?
Second they hit 13, it's over. Not all smooth anymore.
You're absolutely right, Anthony.
Let's go to Norm in Jersey. Norm?
Yo, what's up, boys?
Hey.
I do repairs in people's homes. I had some little old lady sitting there flirting with me, and I wasn't picking up on it. I was like 19 at the time. She tells me she's going to the proverbial slip into something more comfortable.
Ugh.
She came back with one of those see-through things with the feathers on the edges. Dude, she looked just like Mrs. Howell from Gilligan's Island. I sat there like a stuttering idiot going, well, and excused myself politely. I had no idea what to do.
She slipped in something more comfortable, a brand new colostomy bag on her hip.
Dude, she looked, all I thought of was love her. It was horrible.
Love it.
Punching out, boys.
Good job, Norm.
Did he fuck her?
Yeah, we'll never know.
Jesus.
Lay some pipe.
Let's say hi to Jesse in Mississippi. Jesse?
Sounds like all these UPS drivers must have been tying bandanas on their antennas.
Yeah. I invented had sex.
I'm punching out.
Very good. Good call back there.
Bandanas.
Pale Rider from whackbag.com. What's up?
What's up, boys? Good morning.
Good morning.
So I work EMS in Queens. An old partner of mine a couple years ago used to bang this flight attendant chick from the airport. What she used to do is she would call a job into 911. We'd pick it up. He'd go over there, bang her for like 45 minutes, and then come back downstairs and just say that she didn't want to go to the hospital anymore. She used to do this like once a week.
Oh, man.
She used to do it once a week?
Once a week.
Nice.
There you go, 40 minutes, I told you.
911, and you get a...
Flight attendants are
I mean,
out of their minds.
Yeah, that's one of many
horny
things
bunch?
he used to do, but that wasn't the only one he was banging.
All right. Thanks,
he used
Pale
to
Rider.
he used to get blowjobs in back in the ambulance all the time.
Jesus.
Wow.
I can't hear you for shit, guys.
Well, we really weren't talking to you that time.
Flight
Sorry.
attendants are like guys because they do so much flying and they're so
A
independent.
lot of traveling.
and they're in
alone,
hotels.
right. No
You get a
no
flight
relationship
attendant,
would last through a girl traveling like that. So, yeah, they're all free. The pilots, I hear they bang a lot of the pilots.
They bang everybody. Dude, me and my friend hooked up
They
with
bang
one.
everyone except the male flight attendants.
Yeah.
We bang each other. I've yet to see a straight one. They come sauntering out. Drink? Would you like something to drink?
Yeah, do you like my plugs?
Jesus.
Take my hair plugs? Jack off.
They are never heterosexual.
No, they're no. Well, you can't be to hold up those bags the way they do. The way they drop it down and they put it over the. We actually had this flight attendant do all that safety procedure shit, totally nude in the room. We just sat there with our cocks, just
Come
laughing.
on, really?
I swear to God, she was doing everything. We had to do everything totally nude. She goes, there's exits in the rear. She was doing everything. She dropped the thing down, put it over her head. Oh, it was hilarious.
Where was this?
I can't tell you.
In a plane?
No, this was in a hotel. We met this girl on a gig, and then we're in a hotel.
Why do all your sex stories start with we?
Yeah, it's
you know what?
me.
Anyone else notice that today?
I really am a fucking dirtball.
It's always we.
I've done a lot of. I got a lot of creepy friends.
Listen to the replay today, guys.
A gang rape isn't a gang rape without a gang.
You realize your friends are saying that you're the creepy friend?
No, but listen to me. I'm good friends with Norton. I'm not the creepy friend. That's one thing about Norton. You can always say, go to him and say, dude, I feel like shit. I just did this. He'd be like, yeah, that used to turn me on. Relax. I get shit on by she-males. Chill out. You have no problems. That's why I love Norton. Look, I'm never that far.
All right, start the story that starts with we.
We just met this girl, flight attendant. Well, you know what it is? It's easier for me.
Yeah,
you know, when you're hanging out.
Other people involved?
Well, yeah, it's just like, you know what? But it sucks because this guy was black, friend of mine, and literally, I'm in the tub, she's in the tub. It's a jacuzzi tub.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he walks in, and we both looked at him like, we both went, holy shit. And she's never been with a black guy before.
Uh-oh.
It was fucking fuck. I was just looking at it like, dude, I'm not gay, but I got to stare at your hog for at least 5 minutes because I've never seen something that big in my life.
Jesus.
And he knew it, too. He was like, I'm coming in, baby. Bobby, you're getting out. I didn't do anything with her.
So he was going to ruin her before you even had a shot.
He latched onto her like a silverback gorilla. And I looked at her face, and she's never been with a black guy before. She just went, oh! And I almost felt bad. I was looking at her like, are you okay? I became like a caretaker.
Yeah.
I was like, are you, is
right?
everything, Sherrod, can you hold one, you know, oops, I just mentioned his name.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, shit.
What are you
What do you do? You know Sherrod.
Of course.
He doesn't care. He's got a monster.
When
Monster.
When all was said and done, all she could say was,
well, she looked at me. She...
petting her head and feeding her ice chips.
Tyson!
Oh, God.
Only took you 3 hours. Good job.
Sorry.
Wow.
Ice chips.
That's funny.
I swear to God, she looked at me like the whole day went by, and then she looked at me and she was like, come on. Because I didn't do anything with her.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried to, but, you know, I literally just latched onto her. She was on her belly and just...
Wow.
And I just look up and she would try to grab my... and she just turned to the side. I was like...
Oh, she was impaled.
I was like... I was just nervous. And then, later that afternoon, after everything, she's like, come on. You know? And I was like, oh, you know, I'm looking around for him.
Yeah, of course.
I felt like the old lion, and he was like the new young buck.
And you know you're screwed if he walks by while you're humping.
I was trying to get a piece of meat, and if he walked by, he was going to... I went over and I started to, and then I looked behind me, and he's literally looking at me like a serial killer.
Uh-oh.
With this, like...
Behind you?
Behind me, across the room. I know, right?
Look out.
He literally had this mule just hanging down with a condom on it. And the thing was only half on his hog. This thing was a Magnum, half on it. And I turn around, I look at him, and I just kind of backed away from the pussy slowly.
Oh.
I just kind of was like, here you go, and I just gave it over to him. It was just awful. It was awful. But, you know, she was a fun broad.
And she was a flight attendant.
We sent it to the bachelor party next door. We sent her over there just in a towel. Like we were, you know, yeah, hey, enjoy her for a half hour. Oh, it was awful.
What a gal.
Oh, yeah, she was, I'm telling you, flight attendants.
What a trooper.
Flight attendants, they're cool because they're like guys.
Yeah.
Then, you know, she wasn't like I mean, the vagina was a little crazy, though, I'll tell you that.
A little crazy?
Yeah, let's put it this way. Norton would have loved it.
Oh, it was really hanging? It was a hanging.
I almost threw up, dude.
Really, that bad?
I mean, yeah, it was very, when you went in, and stuff came out. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, other stuff came out that wasn't out originally.
Right.
Like, there was tucked away stuff.
We got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's like an M80 put into like a big bucket of Hubba Bubba, something like that.
Just exploding cigar.
Like a mortar round. Just
like one of those underground atomic tests. Just kind of puffs it up a little bit.
A quick burst of energy. Just thump.
All right, let's say goodbye to Dee Dee. Dee Dee.
Oh,
yes.
Dee Dee's still on the phone enjoying that, huh?
Are you enjoying the stories?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're getting all turned
Making
on,
you
aren't
hot,
you,
I
Dee
bet.
Dee? Come on,
No,
tell us.
it's not getting me hot.
No?
Everybody has a side to them. I'm telling you. If they say they don't, they're lying.
We never said you weren't right.
All
right, Dee Dee, we're going to let you go. We got to go on break and stuff, so we'll see you in a couple weeks, I guess.
Yeah, have a fun trip.
We will. You're a star on this show.
Well, you guys rock.
They love you on the message boards, so. All right, Dee Dee.
Okay.
Bye, Dee Dee. Nice meeting you.
Bye-bye.
There she goes, Dee Dee. She has
goes.
a lot more stories.
Wow. She really is something. Unbelievable.
Hey, Anthony Paisano of Mulberry Street in the heart of Little Italy.
Got to do a little business.
Don't mind us, Bob.
Our one commercial read during the whole show.
No other way to do it, but just throw it out there.
Yeah. We love Paisano, Mulberry Street. Love Joey. He's a good friend of ours. He was there right from the beginning. Right from the beginning when we came to New York. He invited us down to the restaurant and treated us well, and he does that still to this day. Paisano of Mulberry Street right there in the heart of Little Italy. It's a classic candlelit restaurant. Perfect for the late-night date or romantic meal. For Bob, he would need like table of 8 for a romantic meal. Can't just have that little nice moment.
I'm a good guy now. I'm not fucking around anymore.
Oh, really? Not anymore?
No, I gave it up.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and now he's doing this college tour. He's in so much trouble.
Nice Lady and the Tramp moment down there at Paisano. 8 people around a bowl of spaghetti. Trying to fuck a broad. Shove a meatball in her ass. And every pasta on the menu is now under $10. When you go to Paisano of Mulberry Street.
And it is a classy joint, by the way.
Oh, we love it. It really is romantic.
We have no idea what goes on downstairs, but in the the main room, it's all on the up and up.
Mention XM Radio or Opie and Anthony show, you get that free glass of wine. Authentic Italian cuisine. It's made from the original Old World recipes, and it's got all the fun and romance of Italy in a friendly restaurant. It's Paisano of Mulberry Street. They're open weekends till 2 a.m. Paisano of Mulberry Street, right there in the heart of Little Italy, between Grand and Hester. Call them, 212-965-1188, 965-1188, Paisano of Mulberry Street.
All right, we're going to take a break, and I think an old friend is stopping by today, huh?
Oh? Oh, Jesus, no.
Look, there's an old friend outside the window.
All right, get my coat.
Drew, get us out of here.
Yo, idiot! Yo, idiot! Yo, idiot!
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
Hey, by the way, what happened with you and Gene Simmons?
Oh, that asshole.
All I know is I was getting phone calls all night long from you, Ben
laughing his ass off.
Really? That's surprising. I'm Gene. That's what?
Gene blew off.
What happened? Gene Simmons. I just had him on the show, what, a week ago? 2 weeks ago?
I'm in a bathroom. All right, granted, that's a little bit creepy. I'm in a bathroom, and I see him, and he walks in the men's room at the Venetian. So he walks by, I go, hey, Gene, and he goes, hello, and of course he doesn't look. He just keeps going straight. Again, he's a rock star. I don't blame him. I wouldn't look at me either in the men's room. I decide to wait outside, say hello real quick, and his security notices me kind of lurking there with Steve. So Gene walks out, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm on the Opie and Anthony show. You just called in last week. And he's like, all right. And he just won't even look. He just walks right by.
Wow.
And, Steve, were you there when he got blown off by Gene Simmons?
Yeah, we both did. We both got totally blown off in a really condescending... I forgot.
Yes, you did.
Oops. It was just... But like Jimmy said, he's walking into the bathroom. I was the first one out. I said, oh, hey, Gene Simmons. He said, oh, hi, how you doing? And as Jimmy came out, we waited. We were going to talk to him. And it was just so goddamn dismissive and condescending. And we totally explained who we were, exactly who we were, mentioned the fact that he was on the show. We just wanted to talk to him. And his response was, that's nice for you. I have to go.
And he goes, and then he had to leave. And he goes, oh, Opie and Anthony, I might see those guys later. And I'm like, all right, can I just get a quick picture with you? He's like, no, I'm really running late. He goes, you can walk with me if you want. So I start walking with him to get the picture, and then Yoshi is just backing up and like trying to take. All he had to do was stop for 1 second, and he wouldn't stop or look at me. So fuck you, Gene.
Ooh. Oh, hey, relax.
Oh, that really annoyed me. He was
one of your heroes growing up.
He was one of my heroes growing up.
Jimmy Robbins.
Sorry I wasn't hawking a Kiss keychain, motherfucker.
it wasn't just a setup to maybe coddle you a little later?
Oh, did he annoy me? Every bit of loyalty I had for him went out the window, and I wanted to spit on him. I was so aggravated. Wow. How many bad people bashed him, called in, trashing him, and like an asshole I defended him.
You did.
Time and time again. And he doesn't need me to defend him. He's a billionaire. It's not going to change. But it just really, really annoys me. Look, I'm not anywhere near that level of fame, but I've taken enough fan pictures to know that you can stop for 1 second.
A second.
Disinterested shithead.
Wow. It was
6'3" in your dark Undertaker suit. That stupid straight-ahead look on your face. We get it. You're a genius. We get it.
You have really turned.
I can't tell you. I am so tired. Yeah, but you know what it was? Steve was right. I understood he was busy and he had to leave, dude. I didn't expect a 40-minute photo shoot. But he knew that we were talking about being on the show and we're members of the show, and he could have just stopped for 1 second and taken that picture. He didn't give a shit.
Right.
Sorry I didn't have anything to sell for you.
That's what it was. It wasn't advantageous to him to stop for a second. There was nothing in it for him to stop, Jimmy.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading. The Opie and Anthony Show. XM 202.
Okay. Terrific. Terrific.
Hello. This thing on. Hello. No.
Good. Okay. Terrific. Terrific.
You think the truckers are losing their minds today? What's up with this black music today? True Boogie in studio just kicking ass. He's doing that on the fly, by the way. Not too shabby. Oh, Anthony, you can feel it, right? 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, please.
We've been at this for about 8 months straight. We get our first break. I know we've only been doing the show about 6 months, but we promoted for a month, and then before that, we're back and forth to Washington.
Traveling around. It was nonstop.
We really do need a break. It's just been a lot of fun, though. It really has. A lot of growing pains, but in general, the show is where it should be.
Yep.
And we're going to take it to the next level when we get back from break.
Can't wait. How long are you guys getting off? 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
And you're going to Miami. Where are you going,
I'm going to, where am I going? Atlantis.
I went there.
How good is it?
Yeah. Sucks ass. The worst place I've ever been in my friggin' life.
You're the first person. You're the first person.
I'm not going to be the last. It's going to be you coming home.
Really?
Why didn't you like it?
Sucks ass. I went to Aruba. Best place I've ever been in my life.
That's what everyone's told me. They just go to Aruba.
Just go to Aruba. Anytime you go into anywhere tropical, Aruba.
Yeah.
2% crime rate. Cheap. It's unbelievable. Bahamas. Crime rate. There's no crime
rate. Atlantis.
There, walk outside of it.
I was getting robbed all the time. I don't walk outside the compound.
Well, you can.
I go to the beach. I go to the casino.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Those guys who rent you the jet ski, those friggin' Al-Qaeda terrorists.
They are scary guys.
Oh, they should lock them all up. They make you feel like a piece of shit. I'm a guy. I have confidence. As soon as I walk up to those friggin' island terrorists, it's like all my confidence goes out the window.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you can stare at my girl's tits. Go ahead. Just don't rip off my credit card.
Dude, I started my workout program. I've been working out hard now for about 4 or 5 years. I've tried to stay in shape my whole life, but I let my body go, whatever.
Look at Tyson laughing.
Oh, I know.
He's like,
well, I'm not trying to be.
Oh, please.
I'm just trying to stay in shape. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have baloney tits. That's my whole goal.
Two-plate guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Clang.
No, but the point I'm making, it's been about 4 or 5 years now, maybe even a little longer. We went to Club Med on Sam Adams' tab there.
Yeah.
Jim
Turks
Cook's
and
tab.
Caicos.
Turks and Caicos. And you just described exactly what happened to Ant and I. He doesn't care anymore, but he was married at the time, and I brought my chick at the time.
Take her, drown her, please.
Right. And we're going on we're going on the day excursions, and the boat is filled with these freaking animals that just their whole thing is they're hanging out at Club Med banging your chicks when you're not looking.
And then their catchphrase was, it's all good, man. It's all good. You walk in, he's just plowing your girl. It's all good, man. Oh, it's all good. It's down here.
And you see the look. You see the look that your chick is giving the guys.
Yeah, there's one guy that speaks English that's friendly, but then there's 5 other guys that are just staring at her like they're gonna rape her in the fucking bunk downstairs.
And it's all good. The look that really bothered me was the look that my chick was giving to all these guys. I'm like, maybe it's time to get back in shape when I get back to the States.
They got 6-packs.
Yeah, these guys 6-packs, 8-packs. These guys are ex-Marines,
tan all over.
Oh, the scuba diving guy?
Yeah, the scuba diving and the snorkeling guys.
The girls are just drooling.
Exactly.
Everybody, all these guys look like complete idiots. You go out on the snorkeling boat and your fins don't fit right. You can't walk on them. You got your lips are all big because there's snorkels in your mouth. Your mask is making your eyes look all stupid. You're walking around the deck of the boat, whoosh, whoosh, flapping your fins around.
And you're as white as this paper because you just got on vacation. These guys been tanning for 10 years.
Tan guy with no snorkel. He's got the aqua lung on his back. Yeah. He's like, if you get into trouble, put your fist on top of your head and I'll come to help you. He puts a knife in his mouth, jumps in the water.
Superhero.
Comes up like fighting a shark. And you are just the biggest tool, afraid to go in the... Oh, it's cold!
Yeah, you can't even fall into the water nice.
It's awful.
He does a perfect dive off the bow.
Uncircumcised mule hanging out of his shorts.
Your chicks are jumping off the boat onto his cock.
Yeah.
And just jump on my penis, ladies.
You fall into the water all awkwardly, and now you're flapping until you try to figure it out.
And he jumps in, doesn't make a splash, slithers beneath the water.
They really do.
Awful. At this point, you have no eye contact with your chick anymore. You know, she's looking for something better immediately.
You come up, your eyes half shut, gasping for air. There's snot coming out of your nose.
I was staying up until 2 or 3 in the morning, just knowing that if I fell asleep, my chick was getting banged.
You know, some of those asses going to jump off a tree, swinging like an ape, grab her.
He unzips his wetsuit. There's a tuxedo under it. He's got a martini.
It was
your girl.
It was
just
awful.
There's nothing you can do.
That was what started my workout program when I got back to the States. I'm like, you know what? You got to stay in shape.
There's nothing
got to be on
you can
guard
do.
all the time, man.
And then they have your credit card. That's the one thing. Yeah, give me a credit. It's like, dude,
you're paying for all this.
You're like, all right, you can fuck my girl, just don't ruin my credit, please. Take her, get a blowjob. She does the nuts well, but please don't fuck up my American Express. I want to get an apartment in 5 years.
The other gimmick they have there is that fucking trapeze. There's a trapeze at Club Med, and they're like, oh, try the trapeze, try the trapeze. They have this French guy that all the girls are drooling over, doing like triple flips, one hand, his feet, he's grabbing things, he does the perfect fall onto the net below, and then you're supposed to look like anything on this thing. You're holding on for life and limb, like your junk is hanging out of your shorts, your nasty sack.
Dude, I got upside down, I had a big beer belly back then, and my gut is in my face.
Gut's hanging out. It's like, oh, come on, oh, now swing over to the next one. I can't. Okay, well, fall on the net, but do it in a way that, and you fall and your arm goes through it, you're tangled in it, he's got to help you out while he's fucking your girl.
Yeah, it's awful.
The guy that did it has like 1% body fat, and you're like, oh, God.
And
they purposely get you in these bad positions to make your body look even worse.
Oh, they totally make you look like assholes.
My wife at the time decides then she's going to do skydiving. But it's like tandem skydiving, so she's strapped to the front of a guy like she's being ass fucked. She probably is.
Exactly.
Probably
up there
dry
on the plane.
hump all the way down.
So I'm on the beach, and I see the plane way up there, and I see a little dot come out, and I'm just like, 1,000, 2 1,000. Oh, come on, shoot, don't open. Don't open.
And then it opens, and all you hear is Anthony go, damn it!
Just sobbing.
Damn it.
Well, you swim with the dolphins out there, too. Wait till you see. You swim with the dolphins, and these
even the dolphins try to fuck you.
They try to they try to get your girl out there, and as soon as they do it, their tops come off and their bottoms come. They do it to every chick.
You got to be
they're
one with the dolphin and be naked. They love it. They're afraid of swimsuits, ladies. So
the dolphins will push you through the water, and the guys they do something, but as soon as the girls come out, they don't say anything to any of the girls with the tops on,
and the
dolphins.
Right off?
As soon they're doing 50 in the water, you're coming out like Superman, and all of a sudden you see this poor mother. Their kids are looking at their mom's saggy tits flapping, her box is hanging out. It's been unshaven for 3 months, and these fucking Islander assholes are just like, yeah, man.
Leave it to humans. You know, there's some way we can communicate with another species of animal.
Yeah.
And what do we use them for? Taking chicks' fucking bathing suits off. Great.
This Turks and Caicos had some scam going though, man. We got to talk about the party boat. We haven't talked about it in a while. They take you on the party boat. It's a day of drinking and beach games, and they take it to like this part of, I don't know. It's like a separate island for this party, and everyone's just getting hammered. And the whole time they're like, what happens at the beach party stays at the beach party.
Stays at the beach party, man. And they're feeding you sangria and making you like take a bat and put it in the sand and spin around and then run back. So now you're drunk and dizzy and you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so the boyfriends, they're passing out left and right, and they have no idea the girls are getting fondled by these guys.
Ladies, drink this water for now while your boyfriend drinks whiskey.
Right.
Yeah, what happens that's Vegas with his cops. So not on an island where you're raping people, you native savages.
Pirate colony.
This is where the story gets better. So then it's a day of drinking and these beach games, and we all get back on the boat to go back to the mainland or whatever, right? And it's a good hour ride if the guy is driving a nice speed. So the captain, remember, he's been
captain, the drunk guy driving the boat.
The drunk guy driving the boat back.
Kind of credibility by calling him captain.
They all get drunk, and we're starting to make it back to the mainland. And the guy starts slowing way down. And Anthony and I are like, what the fuck's going on? We just want to get back. Because we're onto the scam. You know, our chicks...
There was a storm coming.
Yeah, our chicks at this point are all, like, giddy, like, from the alcohol. Like, oh, look at it, you know. And they're sitting on their laps because it's okay.
They're so naive. Women are so naive.
But for some reason, it was okay for our chicks to be on the laps of, like, these big, black, fucking perfect body guys. But if we did that with, the female workers there, there'd be hell to pay. But no, it's innocent fun. We're okay, right? So Ann and I are watching. My chick was on this guy's lap and stuff, and the boat's slowing down. I swear to God,
I'm getting fucking.
Dude,
honest to God, I'm so fucking angry right now.
Dude,
if I saw one of these guys, I'd punch him.
You could do.
Yeah, there is.
You should have said
this guy is 6'4", perfect. I mean, the guy could just squash you like a. It doesn't.
Call it a
coworker. Trust me, it doesn't matter anymore. So
aggravated.
So
with
we're
that
taking
shit.
the slow ride back. And now there's a storm coming. You see the storm clouds like catching up to the boat, and this guy is just slowing down because he's dry humping one of these broads as he's driving the boat.
That's why this friggin' tropical thunderstorm is catching up to the boat.
Dude, this is a true story.
He's dry humping.
Dry humping. Anthony and I are in the back of the boat. Pretty much the rest are passed out or barely awake, and we're watching the guy who's supposed to, safety first. He's dry humping as he's driving the boat drunk back to the mainland. This girl is sloppy drunk. She's grabbing his hog and stuff. Right?
I'm getting so fucking annoyed right now.
Dude, true story. So then...
No, it's a flesh snorkel. Here, breathe into it.
So this girl was being like a complete whore all the way back to the mainland. You fast forward a couple days later, we're back at JFK or whatever, and she runs into the arms of her boyfriend, and I'm like,
sweetheart.
I wanted to pull this guy aside and go, if you only knew what was going on.
Why didn't you?
Dude, I need those
totally
bits.
blow up.
I would have. That shit. You know what? This is the one thing about women that this makes me just annoyed. How naive they pretend to be. They are. When you go away on vacation, it's like your girl, like, yeah, let's just go walk around at night. Listen, you dummy. Listen, I know you think it's beautiful, but there's savages here.
It's a crime-ravaged area that they plop this resort into, okay?
My money's 10-1 here, okay? $1, they can live for a month and buy a condo. Are you out of your mind? I'm not. And then, these son of a bitches. One of those. They came up to us on the beach. They wanted us, hey, come to the... We should do that. We should go. It'll be fun. I go, let me tell you something. I'm not going to a fucking island with a bunch of savages that I don't know, okay? Okay? On a boat, their boat, to some island with nobody. You're out of your mind.
Find
it could
your
be fun.
Years later.
You're out of your mind.
Sun-bleached bones and no wallet.
You wake up with no kidney.
You know...
That's on eBay.
A friend of mine's girlfriend just got mugged on the train. She was taking the train home from downtown... Spring Street at 2 a.m. by herself. She got punched in the face and she got her stuff taken away. And it's like, that's so. Why would somebody do that? Because it's 2 in the fucking. Right. It's New York City. You shithead.
Yeah.
You know,
to any normal thinking person, you would say, well, if you saw a $100 bill on the sidewalk, wouldn't you bend over and pick it up?
Right.
That's to us, any normal thinking person. To some of these animals on the subway, it's the same thing. They're not looking at a girl trying to get home. They see money just sitting there on the subway.
Exactly.
For the taking.
Either money or pussy.
Pussy, too, yeah. Oh, if you saw a chick with her legs spread, beautiful girl going, you want to fuck me?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the same thing in the subway. So what? She's got her clothes on and that horrified look and tears running down her cheek. The same thing.
Again.
Hey, we're going to back up slightly. AJ from Cleveland. Go ahead, AJ. Oh, darn it. Hold on a minute, buddy.
Oh, we got to fix the buttons.
Don't talk.
Start over.
Start over. You might have said something really good. Go ahead.
Hey, you guys remember the scene of Along Came Polly where Ben Stiller caught Hank Azaria, the scuba diving?
Oh, my God.
That is an accurate scene. I'm telling you. We saw it happen all the time when we went to Club Med.
You know what was the most surprising thing of that movie? Who knew Hank Azaria was like that buff? The guy, like, what the hell, is he working out all the time?
See,
the other disgusted me.
I was too busy looking at Jennifer Aniston myself, Anthony. So.
Well, that Hank Azaria.
He was good in that other movie, too. He was buff when he played the Cuban with Robin Williams. What was that?
Oh, Birdcage.
Birdcage, yeah.
Ugh. Thank you, AJ.
Remember that movie?
Now you're really getting gay.
I was wearing the bra and that's nice.
The Daisy Dukes.
Nice.
Wig.
Anthony, we got a couple more Pat O'Brien sex tape remixes from the listeners.
Oh, but no, what's his name?
Wait, I think we
called up earlier and said we did too many.
Waldo?
Waldo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Waldo from Philly?
No, we can't do any.
By the way, that's Dave, by the way. He's getting us a lot of attention on the internet today. He was the one that came up with the flash animation of
dude,
the
you're
scorecard.
really talented. That's good stuff.
You give him a mic real fast,
good.
Bobby?
Yeah, man. There you go, brother.
Dave, you have anything to plug? Anything we can do for you?
I got nothing to plug. I'm just helping you guys out, get you some business.
Yeah, it's up on FoundYourMusic.com and OpieandAnthony.com. Grab Tyson, Walter.
It was either that
Walter's
or Terry Schiavo soundboard, but that seemed like
no. This is
Terry Schiavo soundboard. Like one button. Just have one big button in the middle.
It's just air.
Basically, a lot of people are trying to find the Pat O'Brien sex tapes. Well, Dave took it, so you got the sex tapes in their entirety with no one messing with it, and then the flash animation keeps track of all the stuff that Pat O'Brien was saying during the tape. Yes, Steve?
It's also up on the very front pages of Fark.com and Newgrounds.com.
That is huge for the show. Those sites are massive.
Massive.
It's not exactly radio friendly, but it works. It's not exactly radio friendly, but
it's satellite radio friendly. That's why we like being here.
Very web friendly.
Travis posted it to about a dozen other really high traffic sites.
Great.
So we're going to get some. Yeah,
it's way out there. People are going to get this in their personal email boxes for the next couple of weeks.
Oh, while I'm thinking about it, real quick, because I know we're going on vacation very soon, as Tyson reads Rent Boys.
I looked over.
I want to thank all the listeners that actually subscribe to it before we leave, because this is pretty much our last live show before we get taken off the premium channel.
Yeah.
But everybody that really came on board and backed the show and subscribed early and really supported the show when it cost you, $2 a month to do it.
Yeah, you guys were really stupid, actually. Because
you're stupid and everything.
All you had to do is start listening today. Because now for the next 2 weeks, we're just playing the best stuff we did.
Yeah.
Not all the crappy shows and all the yelling and screaming. It's just going to be the top-notch stuff.
But
top-notch.
April 2nd, it comes off the premium, and, everybody can get it. But you guys, hold a special place in our hearts, like our little retarded child.
At this point, shouldn't they be rolling in a cake or something?
Yeah, really. That's it. But no, those you guys, helped us out there.
They know
right from the beginning.
how much we care about them.
I don't care about them. I'm just saying thanks.
No. Well,
give a shit about these mutants pestering asses.
You can put the book down now, dude.
I know you're reading that a little too long.
You're supposed to read You're supposed to read a paragraph and laugh and throw it at me, not read the thing like you're on the train going to work.
I had just taken my helmet and shoulder pads off.
It's just fun,
It's just fun.
Reminds me of the locker room. Good times.
Little towel snapping going on there.
The rep from Nike came in again.
Anthony, here we go. Another remix from one of our fans. I think this is Scott's.
Sunday, 7:09 p.m. Are you guys there? You're so fucking hot. Oh, yeah. I wanna fucking suck your pussy. I wanna fucking eat you and fuck you and suck your tits and watch you eat them and lick your ass. But yes, man, Darling, do me. Fucking have sex and fun, drugs. And get into the bed, so let's have fun. Yeah. Say yes. You're bullshit.
It's a little busy.
So fucking hot. I want you guys to make out. You guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't do this.
Yeah, a little busy.
That whole thing is so disturbing.
It really is disturbing.
Eek.
It's on the verge of an orgasm or just a cow getting shot.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, we'll leave on an up note. Roman war helmet from
What?
lifebag.com. We can't leave with that
No,
one. That's
no.
the last one we play.
No.
I'm so fucking you.
Ring, 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 banana phone.
I fucking have sex.
Ring, 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 banana phone. I've got this feeling, so appealing, for us to get together and sing, sing.
Lefty, just look at me and say yes.
All right. A little cute.
I love that song.
Had potential. Very good. Gotta love the listeners.
Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong.
How does that just jab in your head and not leave?
Dude, that's my favorite part, that ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping.
Banana phone.
Hey, let's say hi to Ozzy. We had him on this week. He wants to say something. Ozzy.
Hi guys, how are you guys?
Pretty good, Ozzy. Thanks for coming in on Monday.
Oh, absolutely. I was in the city going to meet with MTV because of the new season of the Osbournes in my box set. But I plan on being back in a few weeks. Maybe I'll say hi again. But I just want to let you guys know before you guys go on vacation. I've done hundreds of radio shows. I've never had so much fun as when I did you guys' radio show. You guys really doing something unique, you know.
Oh, I appreciate it. Did you enjoy meeting Jim Norton? He's your biggest fan, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Jimmy's a very nice guy, and he was very, very respectful guy, and I was happy, to meet him, you know.
All right. Well, thanks, Ozzy.
No problem.
How you doing, Ozzy? This is Bob. I just want to let you know you're the first concert I'd ever went to.
Oh, I appreciate that, Bob.
Boston Garden. It was I smoked pot for the first time. That was the first time I ever had a suicide thought. I swear to God, something came over me. I was just going to jump off the balcony in the Boston Garden.
Really?
And hopefully land on the stage, which probably wouldn't happen. I'd probably just land off to the side and you'd keep going with the show.
I hope it didn't have anything to do with my performance that night.
No. I was just 10 and I smoked weed for the first time. And that was at an Ozzy concert. That was back in the day when you went to a concert and everybody was like, mesk, weed, mesk, acid. But now it's like, Coke, pizza.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, you know.
Yeah.
And again, guys, I hope you guys have a great vacation. And
he's blowing you
I guess
off.
I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm actually taking a helicopter to JFK, so I get a plane back to Los Angeles.
All right. Well, thank you, Ozzy. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
No problem, guys.
All right. There he goes, Ozzy, everybody.
Love when he says helicopter.
Helicopter. Someone wants to wish Tyson good luck. Wayne, Rhode Island, what's up?
Hey, Tyson.
Yeah.
I wanted to let you know, man, you should be asking for a trade. With Drew Bledsoe on your team, man, you guys don't stand a chance in hell.
Well.
Oh, Jesus.
I think it's a little early to judge.
I'm from Boston, and I tell you what, he sucks. He always throws to the other team. You guys got no chance.
Holy shit.
The chant is going to be, hey, he's better than Vinny.
Yeah.
I'm from Boston, too. Why don't you come down here and say that to his face?
Yeah.
How does that sound? You?
All right, we're running out of show, so, yeah, we want to thank everyone for listening to us. I guess when we get back from vacation, the first live show we'll do is from Bill's Bar in Boston on Lansdowne Street. Opening day, Yankees, Sox. And we're going to change the show time, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the East Coast, hoping a lot of people show up. It's going to be a very, very fun live show because we're all going to be well-rested. And then the second day, we're doing something at the Paradise. All the info is up on the websites, okay?
Aw. Don't you hate when a good date gets broken up by an Amber Alert? Hate that.
Speak for yourself.
Wasn't there an Amber Alert last week and her name was actually Amber?
That's confusing, isn't it?
Bob, anything you want to promote?
Yeah, RobertKellyLive.com. Go to my website, get my CDs up there, and I'm doing Tourgasm the whole month of April.
Very good.
So
Robert
it should
Kelly.
be hopefully a fun time. I'll be calling in.
Very funny. Good job today.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Pleasure having you.
Drew Boogie?
Sirs, if this isn't a show that doesn't say that this show is much better than any other show in the world, I don't know what would. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that statement just meant.
I have no idea.
I
what you're trying to say,
know.
but-
I got to agree with it.
I completely choked.
You guys are more gooder than anybody else on the radio.
That's
what that
it,
means.
right there.
Hey, man, all right. I want to thank Eric and Derek and Danny and Nathaniel and Travis, of course Ben and Martini Steve. They work really hard behind the scenes, and we give them a lot of shit, and they just have done a great job so far for us. Thank you, guys.
Have
and
fun,
of course, Master
I'll
Puff.
call you from the ship.
You will?
Yeah, I got my satellite phone with me.
I'm going to be bringing my MiFi to see how the worst of sound.
Yeah, I will too.
See you in 2 weeks,
later.
guys.
Program complete.